Hello everybody and welcome to the West Ham Way YouTube channel. You already know who I am, you already know who Dennis is, it's a regular. It is Liverpool versus West Ham. It's a massive game, mate. It's against the Premier League champions. And the lineups are out. Should we cover them? Should we go through them?
Yeah, let's go through them.
Right, let's go, mate. West Ham line up like this, just as I expected. Allaire coming into the side instead of Mikel Antonio, but otherwise an unchanged side. Obviously, there was a bit of debate whether Ben Rama would come in, but Fornals has kept his place. Solid, mate, for me. I think the system works. I'm glad Moyes hasn't changed it and tried to make any late changes to combat Liverpool. I mean, what are your thoughts on things?
Like I said, so long as Haller ain't too isolated, you can't really complain. Don't change. I wouldn't say the old saying is don't change your winning side. Yeah, we didn't win against City, but we did a lot better than we would have predicted. It would have been very harsh to drop anyone following on from that. And we got Ben Rama on the bench as a more mobile option than Yarmo, which I'm happy with. It's just, again, just cannot afford to leave Haller too isolated. At the same time, we could have gone for free. We could have changed stuff, but dressing room morale and stuff like that, we're in good form. No real need to change it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have a look at this again. I mean, I did think potentially Moyes would change it sort of late doors. I thought he might have brought Bowen in as a central striker, maybe put Yarma on the right, but it didn't work against Manchester City. He did try it for 10 minutes and it kind of failed. I thought Yarmolenko's work rate down that right-hand side was a bit poor. I'm happy with the starting lineup just because I believe the work rate's going to be really important against Trent and Robbo. I expect them to get forward. Let's have a look at the Liverpool lineup because this is a big difference from what I thought. I have had to change it very, very late. A couple of youngsters coming in. I think a few people recognise a couple of these names. Curtis Jones into midfield. Jota out the side. Firmino now as a central striker. And Phillips as a centre-back. Now, I spoke to the Anfield Agenda and they said to me maybe Hendo drops into centre-back. I was like, that's a little bit sketchy. But I do believe with this system that you'll see Hendo dropping in as a holding midfielder. I expect Curtis and Wijnaldum to play as eights. It's a different type of system. I actually think Liverpool would have been a bit more dangerous with Jota as the central striker, Firmino as the 10. But I think he wants mobility in that midfield, if I'm honest. I think Firmino lacks that a little bit. And he knows that Rice and Souček, particularly as our two centre midfielders, are really strong. So I think it's positive for us. I'll be looking at Allaire to really make his mark against that centre-back pairing. I do expect Liverpool to be exposed at times. I think they'll look for Hendo to drop in potentially to go to a back three, just to give it a bit more protection. But West Ham have got a counter with a bit of pace. I hope our fullbacks sort of get forward. Soufal and Masuaku, it's going to be crucial for them. And it's interesting, mate. It's interesting just to see how Allaire fits into this game, what type of work rate he'll provide, and how often we can get deliveries into him. Because I think if we can get delivery into him, I back him to score. I really, really do. I think he technically is a very good finisher. So,
I mean, Angus hit the nail on the head earlier. The pinpoint crossing that Masuaku put in, that cross against Wolves. All we need is one cross like that, one header.
Yeah.
I mean, Haller is people talk about his work rate. That is a criticism of him I completely agree with. But you can't deny he is a unit in the area, and he is very athletic. So all it takes is one chance. You scored some athletic goals. He scored 2 overhead kicks for us in last season. However, I think as a target man up to his head, possibly the answer today. Or naturally, I would prefer him with a partner. I think he's stronger with a partner, but like we said, we don't want to mess around with the team too much. Koufal's ball in for Antonio was, I think it hasn't been spoken about enough last week. That was something when I finally got around to watching the goal. It was a fantastic, fantastic pinpoint cross.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're bang on, mate. It was one of the first times I'd seen Soufal get forward a lot. And I think in the past 2 games when he has got forward, Manchester City and Spurs, he has got decent delivery in there and he has caused problems. And I think you're going to see a lot of space, if I'm honest. I think Robbo and Trent are going to push up. And I think it really is up to those kind of wing-backs to get forward. It is risky. And we have spoken about this. It is risky to try and press against Liverpool. I don't expect West Ham to do it for large periods of the game. But essentially what's been probably our most impressive trait this season is that transition from defence to attack. And it has caused a lot of teams some issues. So it's about getting men forward and it's about getting delivery into Allaire when he's got the chance.
Yeah, I said. I mean, one of my mates who's a Liverpool fan has literally just texted me predicting Nat Phillips' first goal coming tonight. So he's
Can't see it, man.
got got a bit of hype about him. You never know. I mean, defenders scoring goals is a thing. Zuma scored today. Walker scored a screamer.
Yeah.
But with the strength that Liverpool have got down the middle, we are going to be looking at the wings.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, got a question here. Evening, guys. Predictions for tonight. You know, if I'm being positive, I think we can get a draw from this game. I can't see West Ham winning, if I'm honest, just purely because even if we do take the lead, the pressure that's going to be put on us, the options that Liverpool have got to come off the bench as well. I mean, Jota's been pretty decent form actually. I think in the Champions League as well. They bring him on; it's a different element. You push Firmino to a 10, you can start to unlock that centre back pairing. So I mean, I'm interested. I think it could be 1-0, but I can see Liverpool getting a few goals if West Ham push too high and they kind of concede space in behind.
Yeah, yeah. For me, it's probably. I reckon it could. Looking at the lineup and thinking he's gone. Thingy, like you said, we said on the show earlier today. I mean, it could be. We could get tight. It could be a cagey game. Like we've had a lot of games over the years where we've, the criticism could be played for a draw, and performed quite well, been on the counter, but just missed out, a bit of magic in the box from an opponent or an unfortunate leg stuck out, and it's an own goal. And then the tide of the game changes. We then start chasing the game again. We get exposed. That's where we could struggle against this Liverpool side, and we have struggled in the past. Equally, Liverpool defensively, looking a bit shakier this season. They've lost Van Dijk. I mean, he's a colossus. I back us to score tonight. I'm still going for both teams to score. Liverpool win, but I expect it to be quite a close game, closer than it has been with Liverpool for quite a while. We nearly did it at Anfield last year. Bit of two very uncharacteristic Fabianski mistakes cost us a win that day. So it can be done.
Of course it can. Listen, I think we had a really good performance last year. I think that low block does work against Liverpool. Like you said, they are defensively. There are some fragilities. I will pull up my graphic because I've spent time on it. And I'll go into things. Now, Trent, listen, phenomenal going forward. There's absolutely no denying the distribution of this bloke. I think he played a lovely pass midweek to Robbo, which is what you expect. He does like to do the switch pass as well to release Robertson down that left-hand side and Mane. But I've seen him a number of times this season get caught square on. He got caught square on against Jack Harrison against Leeds. Got caught square on against Jack Grealish of Aston Villa. It does happen with Trent. Defensively, even when they are organised and they are in a back four, he can get caught out. You'd be looking at that left-hand side, particularly up against Trent, to have an overlap with Pablo Fornals and Arthur Masuaku working well together. They have done it before. Arthur has pushed up against Wolves. Again, it's risky, like I always say, because Liverpool's press can really hurt teams. But you would look at, Rice and Souček to kind of sit in front of that back three, give a little bit of security. But we have to use the width today. Whilst it is with Liverpool's strength to get forward and use the width, West Ham's strength is also to use the width. And it changes everything, mate, because normally you've got Antonio up front, you can play into him, you can play in behind. I think I saw one of the comments as well talking about Pablo Fornals. And the fact that him playing on the left-hand side, he gives that a little bit more of work rate into the team and he drops into a midfield role. Completely agree. I think he's going to be up against it with Trent. You could see Salah maybe come to that side and get frustrated. I think the most important thing for West Ham today is to nullify Robertson and Trent, and then all of a sudden Liverpool have to play through the midfield, which is to our advantage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the thing I could see with Fornells is possibly dragging Trent inwards, allowing Masuaku to go on the overlap and release him down the wing and have a free run.
Yeah, and exactly. I think Trent could be frustrated today. But West Ham have to be brave when they get the opportunities to go forward 100%. We have to really go forward with pace. I've seen us do it before. You'd be looking at Jared Bowen as well, who I think is going to have to work incredibly hard against Andrew Robertson, trying to pin him back. It was really hard against Manchester City with the likes of Cancelo, because Cancelo was constantly bombing on today. And I saw Cancelo against Sheffield United, exactly the same type of player. Robertson's going to be is almost in a very, very similar mould. The only difference is he is naturally left-footed. He will try and take him around the outside. So you'd be looking at Bowen to support Soufal, and equally you're looking at Soufal to get forward when he can.
I'm looking at Soufal right now. He's on the screen. He's the main featured man on Sky at the minute. I mean, I've just noticed on the bench as well is that Fredericks is on the bench. I had no idea he was back fit, but certainly is number 2 now on there. So a bit of a tangent.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Let's bring him in because we know who he is.
Here he is. Here he is.
Oh, he's not even there.
He's not even there. He's not even there.
What? Do you know what I love about this? Is the fact that he's put his Twitter handle. So when he reacts to a goal, everyone knows where to find him.
I was tempted to put Hello Fanboy as mine. But, I didn't want people to discover my TikTok name.
Boys, come on, we need promotion. That's what I'm doing. Self-branding. What I will say, just a precursor before we carry on.
I warned you.
Yes, my webcam is terrible. I'm really sorry, and I apologise to everyone that all is affected by
it. I've muted him.
Have you actually? Okay, thank God.
Yeah. That is quite funny.
Dennis's mum has made a debut on the show, which is nice.
I promise we're organised. Yes,
that's.
She made her debut.
Yeah.
But I am going to get a better webcam this week. I've just literally ordered one, so because
I'll tell you what's funny about this is Dennis just said he's getting a new mic. You're saying you're getting a new web. I love the fact you're taking this seriously, boys. The step up has really got to you. You can see when you get into it, you're like, oh, I better get something else.
You know what?
We got lockdown coming. We're gonna have a lot of content for you guys during lockdown.
Yeah,
a lot of content for you guys.
While we're here, actually, I might preview. I've put together a little thumbnail, and I think we've discussed it particularly on Writer's Block that we're going to do a bit of a Writer's Block rewind. So we're going to cover all sort of prehistoric events of West Ham and come up with some interesting topics. But this is the thumbnail over lockdown. I imagine it's been announced by now, so I'll put it up. And it will be based on what player from recent history would you have back in this West Ham side? And that will come out as a kind of a supplementary Writer's Block.
I'm telling you now, it's Johnny Coleri.
Yeah, it's going to be, honestly, mate.
Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised?
I can see Dennis doing a half an hour essay on why Coleri was actually
a good player.
I don't know if he's watching, but he's a Liverpool fan, so he should be watching. Me and my mate John have basically a thing where we decide to pick a terrible footballer every season from our team and to be our joke hero. So currently it's David Martin. No disrespect, he's not a Premier League player. So he's now my hero, he's our saviour. Whereas back when he played for us, Johnny Coleri was the answer. Whenever we were losing or drawing, you've got to bring on Coleri, that's the answer. He was shocking.
Mate, can you stop? Because everyone's just dropping off the stream.
We're losing subscribers.
Look, anyway, back to the football. Let's keep it focused, lads. Put together the graph. Could we see this man? Could we see this man in the start? Well, come on, actually, against Liverpool. I think possibly, very, very possibly, if West Ham can keep it tight for 17 minutes, I would expect him to come on and cause some issues.
Can I just say, have we all got beers? Because I'm going to have to go down and get one for myself if you have.
Oh,
I've already had 5 or 6 pints with my dad at the pub, but I can do with another one to be there.
I'm on the Steinhauser. So,
mate, that is actually different class. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, that's such an underrated beer as well. Like, it just is. What are we saying, mate?
Ben Rama coming on could be. Yeah, it could be the ace up our sleeve if we need to get back in it. If we're trailing one, or if it's still tight, and even if it isn't, even if let's just say they're 2-0 up or something like that, bring him on, blood him in. I mean, if he's good, what I don't like is when it's an experienced footballer. It's a bit different for a youth player. People say, I don't want to play him against Liverpool, play him against Fulham because they're easier. I said, if he's going to be worth the money we're paying him, he's got to be able to perform against the better sides. It's a similar thing where, like, if during a World Cup, I don't want England to play Brazil. It's like, well, if you're going to be the world champion or World Cup, you've got to play against the best teams. So Ben Rama, there's no harm bringing him on. These people saying that, I'd rather save him for Fulham. I'd rather him get 20 minutes, get a feel of the players playing in a competitive game with the teammates, linking up with someone, be it Bowen, Fornells, Rice, Soucek, ever, he's got to come on today at some point. No matter what the scoreline is, no matter how tight it is, he's got to feature for me.
Really, I mean, I kind of see that. I actually think we could see a little bit of sort of tactical fluidity from Moyes. I'm not even sure if we might see him on the left wing. We might actually see him played as almost like a false nine. We just don't know what's going to happen in this game. And that's the good thing about Benrahma is he has got that kind of fluidity in terms of position. Loves to come central. Maybe he'll be an outlier if West Ham put a low block on and we're 1-0 up. It just gives us an option. And I think that's what's so important to remember. I think Fornals for his work rate down that left-hand side is going to be crucial. But if West Ham are maybe chasing a goal, maybe we're in the ascendancy, you'd have to back Benrahma in terms of that final bit of quality. I'd like to see him at some point, but I definitely think against Fulham, if he puts in a good performance today, or maybe he might change it up, Moyes, we could see him actually become a little bit more prominent, maybe start against Fulham.
Yeah, same thing happened with Bowen. Bowen came on for a couple of substitute appearances after we signed him, came in against Southampton and completely ripped it up, and then became possibly I'd say the underrated player of the lockdown because he bagged quite a few assists for us.
Yeah. It is really interesting to see. I want to see what Moyes does with Benrahma, like in terms of because there's always been that kind of debate, isn't there, with him whether he's actually a Moyes signing or not. And now he's in the squad. How is he going to use him? Has he got an idea about how he wants to play him? You can't change the system, so I can't imagine him almost adopting a 10. So I imagine he's going to play off that left-hand side. But listen, like I've said, Trent will push forward. If there's spaces in behind and you've got Benrahma, in the team, could create something for LA.
Yeah, and way Moyes really needs to look at this. If I'm David Moyes, the way I see it is, even if I didn't want him, David Moyes, as I said before, on the writer's block can be stubborn, but don't look a gift horse in the mouth. If he is looking sharp in training, if he is playing well, you've got to give him the chance to step up. I myself have reservations about Benrahma, but there's no doubting that he is a skillful footballer.
I thought you hated him.
No, well, according to one fan, I hate him. I don't hate him. I just had serious concerns about work rate and attitude from what I've heard from people that watch him on more than one occasion. But equally, if David Moyes has got a player on his hands, he would be completely insane to not utilise him. Then again, we have seen in the past, like he has no qualms about leaving a player on the bench despite their transfer fee or value in Haller or Jetty or Anderson. So it could go either way. But for David Moyes, he's got a free hit. Let's see what you can do. In my opinion.
To caveat that though, I mean, the argument would be with someone like Haller is it isn't technically his player. Now, obviously, we don't know the technicality whether it's a Sullivan player or a Moyes player. But he must have given the go-ahead for him to come in. You'd hope that, therefore, that means that he has got a plan for him. Whereas Haller and Anderson were very much Pellegrini players, and he really didn't know what to do with them. It's interesting. This is an acid test for Moyes. I mean, once he's got a system in his players, they do work. There's no denying that. But can he work to these players' strengths? And if he can't, then all of a sudden we've got a manager that hasn't got that level of flexibility that I think you need in the Premier League. So it's interesting for me to see. Fingers crossed he gets the best out of both of them today.
Absolutely. I think it'll be interesting actually to see if we go down at half time, maybe 1-0 or 2-0 down, whether he does adopt that false nine Benrahma and then go with 4 at the back or something like that. Because I think that would be quite interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that this formation stays strong for us. I was saying to Dennis before that, like, although I like the idea of Haller having another striker, like it wasn't going to be very likely under Moyes. So I think it's good sticking with the formation that we're used to. We can only hope that Haller's going to absolutely storm it up front, and the rest of the team can support him throughout the game.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's gonna score 4 goals today. He's going to celebrate all of them in front of David Moyes. I'm calling it.
Let's hope.
Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. Well, I'm looking forward to this game, lads. We've got 6 minutes till kick-off. Let's have score predictions. I know we've already done it, but for anyone that's new.
Remind them. Right. I'm going for a score draw, but I'm going to say 1-1 or 2-2.
I'm going to go tight game, both teams to score, Liverpool to win. Not going to commit myself to a score line, but I'm envisioning 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, something like that.
I
Liverpool score. Liverpool just outscoring us basically.
Benrahma to come on.
Dennis says Benrahma. I just seen your tag.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Dennis, are you predicting Benrahma to come on and score the own goal to win it for Liverpool?
No, mate. No, that's going to be Ryan Fredericks.
Gonna have to put, mate. I'm putting up that picture, by the way, as the thumbnail if Benrahma does score the winner.
For real, how do you change your name on this?
Oh, it's wizardry, mate. Wizardry.
To be fair, even I don't. I mean, I should really put my Twitter handle, given I'm kind of running the thing.
Oh no, I figured it out. There
you go. I changed it now again.
Oh yeah, you can keep that one, mate. You can keep that one. No worries. I'll tell you what's making me laugh earlier. I was looking through the comments of one of the videos, and some bloke said, "You need to do your homework on ownerships. You're talking like basically out of turn." I'm like, mate, relax.
Did you actually?
There was actually a bloke that was like, do some actual homework, and I was thinking, it's not really constructive though. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to go away and read up on other ownerships. I'm just talking from the outside. So. Yeah. It's all part and parcel, lads. It's all part and parcel.
Why do Liverpool's tracksuit looks like they play for Middlesbrough? Are you seeing this, Dennis?
Yeah, I'm seeing this. That is like back when FIFA had the classic kits, it's like a classic Borough kit.
Yeah,
like sort of when they had Hugo Effio and what's his name, Fabio Rockenbach, that sort of season, mate.
Oh, Fabio Rockenbach, mate, he had an absolute ping on him. Do you remember?
I remember the screamer he scored against City when City.
Screamers.
Oh, mate.
Underrated, mate. That's a serious era of Premier League football, by the way. Like Julio Arca and Rockenbach in midfield.
Rockenbach.
Oh my god!
I still maintain one of the most disrespected centre forwards in the history of Premier League football was Roque Santa Cruz. They called him a one-season wonder. His knee was completely done, and people just remember him post that. I mean, even before then, he was absolutely brilliant.
Who else?
Him and Benny
McCarthy. Morton Gamps Pedersen. That's a name.
Oh, that's a name. We're talking about random Blackburn players.
To be fair, that Blackburn team, when they had two guy in midfield, Pedersen had David Bentley in his prime, whipping in Beckham-esque crosses. That was a serious team. When you think back at it, you're like, geez, that Chris Samba at the back. It was just like,
Chris Samba and Ryan Nelson at the back. Those two centre backs. I mean, they were fucking amazing. Always used to have a good game against us as well.
People are tuning out because we're talking about 09,
Blackburn.
09-10 Premier League players.
We're wearing the blue kit today. To be fair, so
actually that's quite nice to be fair against Liverpool. It's the same sort of we wore when we beat them a couple of years back, wasn't it? With Sacco scoring and Lanzini scoring. So
Sacco scoring in the last minute. Yeah,
that kit was gorgeous. That was
I
wish I'd got that. There's so many kits now. I look back on. We was talking beforehand. I wish I'd got. I kind of think, why? I suppose you were at that age where I was like, I can't be bothered, and just switch to some of the retros. I've got a couple of retros kicking around, but nice.
I've got plenty. Is my aim to wear a different one for every game. So got about 10 about 10 West Ham shirts, I'd say.
I'm annoyed that you're not wearing a Spobet shirt, Dennis, to see whether they have XL underneath the sponsorship. Did you get that one?
No. Right. I've got the one where Avram Grant's your Spobet. That's the only Spobet one I've got.
Oh, the Scotty Parker's one.
Yeah, you just think Scotty Parker when you see that shirt. So.
Nobby Styles, R.I.P.
Tell you what, Sean Connery, R.I.P. as well.
It's been a bit of a weekend, hasn't it? Jeez.
I can't believe, Dennis, you're going to go the whole stream with Haller fanboy number 1.
Mate, I'm going back to promotion, actually. Absolutely going back to promotion. Although I'm not promoting myself very well with this bad webcam.
Yeah, come on, mate.
Mate, it's on the way. It's Amazon Dover.
Do you know what? Do you know what I like? Eventually, when sort of we kick off with all this equipment and it looks really good, we'll remember these days.
Yeah. And we'll end up looking like a Joe Rogan podcast with all the equipment we're getting.
Oh God, yeah, tell me about it. Getting a new camera, lads, next week. 1080p. 1080p.
Oh, 1080p.
Right.
It's gonna be tasty, mate. Honestly, I'm
No
buzzing.
4K, Corey. No 4K.
No, come on, I can't afford it, man. That's all I can do, all right? You're lucky we've got this kind of setup, with all the stuff and all the graphics, It takes time. It takes time.
You spent all that money on the microphone.
Right.
Skip it.
1 second.
Right, viewers, I've checked. This is in date. I literally searched it in the back of the fridge, right? But I reckon this is going to come pouring out. So let's have a look. Live unboxing here. No, that's crisp. That's a very crisp one.
Wait, are you, mate? Are you into boxing, by the way?
Absolutely. Tonight's going to be quality.
Oh my God! Just for everyone listening, that I know it's not West Ham, but Chisora Usyk is going to be different gravy.
And if you want to root for someone, apparently Usyk's a bit of a West Ham fan.
He's a hammer, isn't he? Yeah, Yarma gave him a claret and blue shirt, didn't he?
Yeah. Right, kick off, boys. Come on, you Lions.
I'm actually not at kickoff. Oh no, here we go. I am.
Oh, there you go. You're only a couple of seconds behind.
Right. Have we actually kicked off yet? I'm trying to suss this out now. Have we actually?
Yeah. Dennis, have you kicked off?
I'm behind.
Yeah, we kicked off. Liverpool have got us camped in our own half after 30 seconds. It's all over.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. I'm not.
Go on. Well, Ricey, great tackle. Sorry, Corey, I won't commentate. Sorry. I won't commentate too much.
Oh, I've taken them.
Oh, that Stella tastes so off. Right, I'm saying it already. Allaire needs to be sold. 50 seconds in, he ain't done a thing.
Mate.
Oh, the stream's playing.
I tell you what. Fucking Dean Ashton hasn't done anything 50 seconds in.
Mate, I'd have Dino with one leg in. Honestly, that's how much I love Dean Ashton.
Oh yeah, I maintain it's possibly the biggest or equal biggest waste of talent I've ever seen. Not in a harsh way to him, but just how good that guy was. I think the only one that comes close is possibly Matt Jansen.
And the fact
potential.
The fact that his career was ended by Sean Wright-Phillips just makes it even more heartbreaking.
Like I don't class Ravel Morrison in this because Ravel Morrison was sort of the element of his own downfall.
Yeah.
Whereas Dean Ashton and Matt Jansen, it was accidents. Like
it's actually
their fault.
It's actually good to see West Ham pressing a little bit here. I thought we'd be quite negative, but we seem to, and they've just found the outball to Robertson, which is kind of what I anticipated. Oh, great tackle!
First aerial duel between Allaire and who's the youngster, Phillips. It's gone to Phillips, that one. So it'll be interesting to see how he does, because honestly, I've never heard of this geezer.
Well, they rate
he played it. He played when Liverpool played the kids against Everton. He played that day and had a good game.
He looks solid.
Yeah, look, I'm just seeing this Hendo dropping into a bit of a holding midfield role, just as I expected. Liverpool, particularly when Liverpool play with that back two and some of the fullbacks pushing, they need Hendo just to sit in.
Yeah,
good tackle.
Got Jones and Wijnaldum as well.
Well, Wijnaldum's a problem because he's a bit of an 8 and he just ends up, making late runs and stuff. Oh yeah,
nice
one. Phillips header.
So just to clarify, Corey, just what minute are you on, mate?
Do you know what, mate? I might actually, because I can get it on my phone, so I'm just going to get it on my phone. This is enough. I'm not.
That's what I did for the Tottenham game.
It's so bad. Yeah, it's like me last weekend. It was like it drained all the fun out of it. Cause it was like I know not to get excited about these.
I know, mate. I hate it. I just wanna...
Oh, Masuaku's just absolutely skinned someone.
Oh, Dennis, what minute are you on, fella?
I am on 45 seconds past the third minute.
Oh, you're ahead of me.
I'm 15 seconds behind, mate.
You're a few seconds behind.
I'm on.
You would have just seen it then.
What are you, Corey?
3:36.
Okay, you're a couple behind me. God, I love how our viewers are probably going to be thinking, God, these geezers don't have a clue.
No, we do. Look, relax.
Come on, boys, look, we've got the equipment.
Yeah, nothing really going on too far. I've seen Liverpool try and play a few switch balls to get in behind. Phillips has won a couple of headers as well.
Forgot the most important part, the bottle opener.
Oh yeah, you don't want to forget that. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a heavy night, boys.
You're already half cut, aren't you, Charlie?
Yeah, pretty much.
On, man.
I love how this channel of analytics and serious debate has devolved into drinking and watching along. I love it. It's beautiful. I love to see it.
Oh, fucking hell! Who was that?
Tell you what,
someone just gave Fabianski a hospital pass, and Fabianski he did the best job he could.
God. Oh, it was Balbuena.
I think was it Balbuena? I was about to blame Soufal.
That's
to
a
be fair,
pass. That's a horrible pass.
Yeah, Fabianski
does a hospital pass. Fabianski.
He's got that in his locker so much, Balbuena, isn't he? Like sometimes, I think he's a real solid defender, particularly in the air. But like with his feet, he just plays really.
I think it's a communication thing. If I'm honest with you. Because I know X mentioned that he didn't speak English when we signed him, and it was quite hard. He was amazed that he had such a good partnership with Diop because he couldn't communicate with Diop because Diop didn't speak Spanish and he didn't speak French or English.
I'll tell you what, Liverpool's press is really frightening. You've got Jones and Hendo playing really high against Declan Rice has done really well there as well.
Yeah.
We've lost the ball, and this is it's tough. If we don't get men forward, we can't retain the ball, and this is where Antonio comes in because he can hold up the ball.
Great interception by Cresswell. I'm going to praise the hell out of Cresswell there. He came charging now.
Go on then, I'm looking for
What minute are you on?
6.
Mate, I think Dennis is watching it like live at the stadium. That's how.
Mate, I think you're actually ahead of you're ahead of Sky Sports. So
I'm watching it on Now TV. So
Cresswell does do well there, Dennis. To be fair,
Cress bloody well comes charging out, doesn't overstep the mark, and that's a brilliant header there by I believe Bonner. I'm a little bit away from the TV, so I can't quite make out the numbers. And brilliantly charged down by Declan Rice. Oh, Cresswell does a back heel. Cresswell does a back heel clearance.
All right,
Corey, that was literally everything for me last week. It was how it was for me last week. Yeah, Cresswell does.
That's a great clearance by Declan Rice.
Yeah, Declan Rice had a back heel clearance from Cresswell, which is beautiful.
Yeah, I've just kicked off, boys.
We look a lot more defensively resolute, like obviously in this system. Like we're not panicking either. I know Balbuena's had a hospital pass, but that's a brilliant pass from Declan Rice as well.
Yeah, I mean we seem to be. I mean those front three especially will be playing so high against our centre backs. Oof.
Right, Phillips is in trouble here. No, he's ticking off. Haller's just won a free kick from Phillips. I'm marking that as something Haller's done today.
It's 5 off mad, isn't it?
Yeah. Just, you might have to pause, mate. If you just pause... Actually, it doesn't work like that, does it?
Good ball in. Kufal with a great ball in. Haller just beaten to the header by Jones, corner West Ham. Or Phillips, sorry. Phillips done very well there. Back to the studio, Jeff.
I'm watching this on Now TV, and I might actually have to get a fast screen.
I'm watching it on Now TV as well.
No, you're joking.
Oh,
I think I'm literally with Corey. I think Corey and I are pretty much level stream-wise.
Well, I've just seen her later in the air.
That was a nice little cross from little quick free kick.
It's another good delivery from Soufal.
Yeah, he's got delivery, isn't he?
He's done well, Phillips there. Though.
Don't get too excited about this corner, boys.
Don't
get too excited. That's all I'm going to say, man.
So, what minute are you on, Dennis? Just to clarify.
I am just coming up. I'm 15 seconds to 9 minutes. 8:48, 8:49, 8:50.
So you're only 18 seconds in front.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
15 behind.
Basically, yeah. How it works is the further away from Liverpool you are, the faster ahead you are. Because I'm probably furthest from Liverpool out of us three.
That seems weird. How does that work?
Yeah. It's only 18 seconds. I was about 5 minutes behind you at one point last week. All right? We're doing it better. All right?
I'm going to have to come down to Exeter to watch it next time.
Plymouth,
yeah. Yeah, but we looked fairly decent first 10 minutes. Nothing of note, but looked pretty solid.
Well, we're on the break here, lads. Good outball to Fornals, who gives it to Masuaku. Great.
Oh, well won by Declan Rice.
Hold on. Yes!
No way.
Here we go, Corey. Come on, buddy.
No way.
Get ready, Corey. Get ready for those things.
No, come on, lads.
Defending.
How? From where?
Defending.
Masuaku's got the ball. Oh! Pablo Fornals against the Premier League champions. 9 minutes in. Where's Virgil? He's not there no more. He's not there no more.
There's a VAR.
Oh, come on.
I think there's a VAR check coming.
I'm seeing the highlight now and trying to see.
Yeah, I think I'm going back to say. I think Haller. They paused it at Haller. Oh, okay. It's not.
No, that won't count. It won't count. That won't count.
No, he's onside. Fornals is onside.
He's onside. I love that from Fornals. Comes central, picks it up. What a finish. And do you know what's interesting in the preview as well? I said at Anfield last year, he comes central, scored his goal. He's done exactly the same now, found space. And again, look, we said about that delivery, didn't we, from Masuaku down that left. West Ham have been brave here. We're moving forward. I can't believe we're 1-0 up. We're going to win the league, boys.
We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league.
We're in the league. You don't believe us. You don't. Yeah, we're getting Champions League, mate.
That is a quality finish from Alisson. Come on, West Ham. Come on. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Dennis, don't give us a heart attack like that. There weren't even a VAR check there, fella. Come on.
I got. Sky paused it with the line. They didn't do the lines, but they paused it to look to see if he was offside. So I was saying there might be a VAR check.
Can't give us a heart attack like that, mate. Honestly. But,
that's one for the clip show yesterday.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. Look, when we get forward, we take our chances. Like we're taking our chances now. We can be defensive. We don't need to have so much possession.
They've got my favourite statistic up. West Ham points drop from winning positions.
I think the stat is what Liverpool haven't lost the game at Anfield for like 63 games on the bounce or something. So.
Well, did you see before the game? We've only won one game at Anfield since '63. Apparently, that's unbelievable.
Yeah. I know, and we've come close. We came close last year, but what I'm going to say is that no, it's fine, sorted. What I'll say is that we, what I always say on these things is when I do predictions, we're more than happy to turn up and ruin people's days. And we're going to turn up and ruin Liverpool's day today. So
I said this on a preview. I said we are going to frustrate Liverpool, and we just have, and that's just what happens. People don't believe us that we're one of the most frustrating teams to try and get in behind, but because of this formation, it's so hard. And I'm so happy Fornals has taken his opportunity. Particularly beforehand, everyone was saying we should put Ben Rama in just for the attacking element, but for him to come on, do a job, and score this early on. And I'm interested to see now how West Ham approach this, because we haven't been negative in previous games at all. So, I mean, if we can just keep that level of positivity, move forward when we can get a result here.
Well, the thing is... Go on, Dennis.
No, you go on, Charles. I'll talk about it, mate.
It's more like the... like you were saying, Dennis, we're going to frustrate teams, but also we don't have the pressure that other teams do, like Liverpool and those top 6 teams, where we need to go into Liverpool and be like, oh, we've got to win this one, or we've got to come away.
It's a free hit. It's a free hit, mate.
Exactly.
Everyone expects us to lose.
Of course it is.
I mean, even if I don't want to, again, preempt things, but let's say we now capitulate and Liverpool win by quite a few, we've still given them a bloody nose and we've taken the lead. That's more than, if you take us back to, when football first returned in lockdown, and we were going on about how we didn't even have a shot on goal in our first 2 games, and now we're beating the league champions, the undefeatable deluded Scousers.
Yeah,
they are a good team. They are a good team.
they're a phenomenal team.
That's just for if they're still watching.
That's not
what a tackle!
That's not a foul.
That's not a foul. That's not a foul.
That was not a foul from Balbuena, was it?
I don't think so, but
won the ball there for me.
Come on, boys, show off your set piece defending.
Come on, West Ham. 15 minutes in, 1-0 up against them lot. Honestly, man, like literally this season, like some of the performances we put in. And it's
ever since the Watchalongs have started, mate, the results just been coming in. They've just been coming along.
Come on, man. I've been here for ages now. I've seen the Newcastle games. Don't worry, I've been there.
Yeah, he's seen this movie. Mazuaku has just completely rinsed Mohamed Salah.
Oh my God.
You love to see it. You love to see it. Go on. Get rid. Go on. Give it to Mazuaku. Give it to Mazuaku.
The ever-sporting Liverpool team decided to take a quick free kick while our player was down injured. Stay classy,
quality.
boys.
Move. Oh, come on.
I don't know whether I saw that
there from 4 now, surely. How's that not a free kick?
Stay classy, boys.
Oh, come on, Fab.
Oh,
that's close.
Safe hands. He's got it sorted.
Well,
I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what, there's a few suspect things that have been going on in this game. Balbuena concedes a free kick.
Yeah. Fornells and Jones are going at it now. Not physically, but they're shouting at each other. Which is always quite
clarifying.
Oh, that was nasty.
Oh my God!
Oh, they've shown a free. No, they've shown a slow motion of the free thing. Fucking studs up on both his ankles.
Well, I think that's what Fornell's arguing about. He's arguing about the sort of the contact.
Yeah, that's what he's arguing about. They'll show it. It was not good. That is.
To be fair,
again, why is VAR not checking that? Like that.
Well, to be fair to Jones, like he does apologise straight away. I don't think it's completely intentional. So
I think it's a nasty tackle, though, isn't it? Over on his foot. I don't know if you lads saw it last night, but you see Milivojevic go for that.
Yeah, it's
disgusting.
Not
it's well over the ball. It wasn't as bad as that because there was less impact, but you're still looking at it thinking, I don't know, it should have been a yellow, really. Maybe I'm being a bit optimistic.
Come on, lead, mate. Come on, settle down. Oh, boys, what is going on with John?
Do you know what's interesting in this game is a couple of times I thought we'd have to nullify Trent, but you forget how good Trent is with that switch pass, and he can find Robbo just like that, and that's the difference, isn't it? Like you can't necessarily pressure them and nullify them; they are so good. But West Ham are doing really well, really organised.
Balbuena does very well against Mane, corner Liverpool.
Good. Well, I mean,
or was it Soufal? It was Soufal did very well.
Corey, we're getting BBC Radio 5 live commentary as well as the Sky Sport.
Yeah. Someone's gonna have to put a tape round his mouth just so we don't miss it.
I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what you want me to do. Like I could just react without context and go, oh, that's good, and then leave you hanging.
Definitely do.
Yeah,
that.
you do that.
No, literally, if we score, just go mental. Like
Dennis, do what I did against Tottenham for the second goal. Yeah,
just go.
I don't want to set the dog off. I set the dog off while I was applauding.
No, not that one. The second goal.
Oh right. Yeah, I was in the pub watching it live, so I didn't see that one.
The second goal was when I had to keep it quiet for Corey, and then Corey was like,
I don't know how you did that at all.
I'll be honest. I also missed that goal. I was in the toilet because I thought, 3-1. I was still not going to do anything. 3-2. I was like, started kicking every goal.
I feel like every West Ham fan needs to go to the toilet when they want a goal most. Because like my dad, a couple of years back, we were playing Liverpool actually at Upton Park. I think it was like 2006, no, it might have been 2008 or something like that. My dad went to the toilet.
Scored the penalty.
Noble scored the penalty last minute. I had to go to the toilet just before it. I was like, you muppet.
I've literally seen nothing of Sebastian Haller, and I'm not going to dig him out because we are 1-0 up, but I haven't seen him. I don't think I've seen him on the ball at all.
He can't play with this type of formation. He's nowhere near as pacey and as quick as Antonio. He is a different forward.
Which is why it's quite impressive if we managed to get a goal off the back of that without any real kind of central threat. Oh, it's ball flips into midfield.
Get in there. Unbelievable.
What is?
Go on, Maz. Go on, Suchi. Nice one. Go on, Fornals. Off you go, son.
Well,
oh my God. Who saw that flip flat from Mazuaki?
Yeah, I saw it.
I did, but I didn't want to comment because I'll get told off.
Oh, don't be like that.
No, Dennis, don't do that. Come on, we're all friends.
Come on.
No. I'm trying to get the happy medium, but hang on. I think we're on the counter here. But if only Bowen was half a foot taller.
How flipping dirty was that flip flap though? Jesus, just dirty.
Unbelievable tackles.
We're winning so much ball in midfield.
I see.
Play it long. In behind.
Yeah.
Oh,
If Bowen was 6'8", he might be getting that. But
if Bowen was 6'6" and French, then he might have had a chance there.
So basically, what you're saying is if Sebastian Haller had done that.
I actually genuinely don't think Liverpool have played that well at all. Like so far, not what I expected from them.
You can't say that. You'll upset them.
No,
well,
but honestly, I'd expect them to be switching it all the time. They did it quite the first 5 minutes, but now they're a bit like.
And the thing is, Corey, is that like it's probably to do with our formation. We're set up so well.
Yeah.
We're set up so well to get on the counter with two midfielders sit deep. I mean, Rice is sitting bloody deep, even by his standards. Oh, hang on.
Oh, here we go. Down that left-hand side. It finds him. We get pulled out of position.
Well stood up. I'm going to praise him.
And he kept his hands behind his back as well.
Yeah. Go on. Ogbono, well deserving of that Italy recall. He has been amazing.
He's been superb. He's been superb.
And considering how much I used
to... He's one of the most underrated centre-backs in the league. I honestly think he is. Like, people
I'd say
sleep on
now
him so
he
much.
is. I mean, in last time when Moyes was in charge, he was at fault for so many goals. But
there was a few times.
Like last season onwards, he's been an absolute unit for us. It's brilliant. Just seriously upped his game. Oh, go on. We're on the counter again here.
Oh, we're very good.
2 chickens to 4 nails.
Come on.
Right, okay. We should have a free kick, but we still have the ball.
Don't say foul.
Go on in behind.
Alright, think about it.
Oh,
so picking up a bit of a roll down that.
Go on.
Go on.
Mazuaki's done him.
Go on.
Okay, ball in. Ball in. Alright, I'll be quiet.
We're still about half an hour behind you, Dennis.
Yeah, we're still in like the 15th minute. Interesting Fornals picking up different.
You're about to see the absolute bit of beauty from Declan Rice, boys. Declan Rice has just won everything there. Oh, if only Jared Bowen was off at taller again.
Oh, I tell you what, if that Sofal ball just goes up a couple of inches higher, Alez in there. Well done, Ralphie.
Rice. Oh, Declan Rice.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely beautiful.
Good ball out, Mazuaku.
Jared.
Oh. God, we're making some serious chances.
If Bowen was half a foot taller, and also, I'll be honest, I think that's a foul on Souček.
I thought it was a foul.
I think that's a foul on Souček, but it's not. Oh, and imagine my shock. Liverpool player goes down and gets a free kick. Imagine my shock.
Well, I need to go to the toilet. Hopefully we score. Hang on.
Watch us on your phone, mate, yeah? Yeah.
I'll be honest, yeah. Liverpool just holding the ball on the halfway down now, mate.
But that's the thing is that, like, you know, realistically, that just shows how well we're set up is the fact that they're trying to look for these little loopholes that they normally do find with those front three.
Ooh, that was risky.
How's your cider going?
It's not cider, it's beer.
Oh, is it?
Aldi German imported beer, so probably brewed in the Midlands, but
bloody hell. Do you think they can sponsor us?
What, Steinhausen? Yeah, well, we can ask Aldi if they can sponsor us.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I don't know whether you've just seen it, Dennis, but that ball that I think it was Sofal played. It was meant for Haller. It wasn't a great ball, but if it's Antonio, he's bursting onto that and trying to win it.
Again, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's nothing necessarily against Haller. However, the way we play is set up for a forward with Antonio's strength and pace. Whereas Haller technically is the better footballer with technical ability and things like that. Antonio is just raw power and determination and does have those moments of magic about him.
Yeah. Have I missed anything, by the way? Have I missed anything? Or is it
Liverpool winning the softest free kick in the history of football. And then nothing happening with it. Some questionable defending from Ogbonna, but you got the job done. Oh, no. Oh, shit, they're in now. Oh, that's beautiful defending. It's scrappy, but it'll do.
I'm waiting for it.
Oh,
Henderson's just shot wide. It's fine. He's got his tongue hanging out. That means he's disappointed.
Oh,
Jesus. I tell you what,
that is great. That is great.
Scrappy,
that's really well done.
Yeah.
What?
Look,
That's really done from Cresswell.
They're fighting for the badge. It's all I care about.
I think that's the thing.
So
Even when we're getting caught out.
Yeah. The ever so unbiased Jamie Carragher is wondering whether that should be a penalty.
No, I don't think so. Not for me.
It's Jamie Carragher.
It's scrappy, but it's good defending. There's no doubt about that.
For the record, as a pundit, I think Jamie Carragher's actually all right. But
that's not foul for me.
He clearly has a motive.
I'm not even sure if that was in the box, even if it was a foul.
No, it wasn't a pen. That's just Carragher being biased.
That's really impressed me at this left centre back position. Like he really has. I don't know how he's done it, but he is actually looking a little bit more solid there. Pablo's won that.
Have at it. Oh, there's nothing like 24-hour-old pizza.
Oh, shit. Well, Fabianski had his hopefully one error of the day there, but it went unpunished, lads.
Okay, well, I think it's coming up now. Oh my god!
It was Roberto-esque.
Oh, he did that a little bit earlier as well. I think he spilt the ball.
Yeah,
I do rate him. Sometimes he has these.
When he spilt the ball earlier, that was more to do with the power of the cross. This was him just being a complete. That's the Fabianski that Arsenal fans know, Flappy Hansky. But he's a solid keeper.
For whatever you think about Fornals, I know he scored today, but I know people sort of had their doubts about him. His defensive awareness and his covering is really good.
I tell you what, that is hugely suspect from Fabianski.
That was terrible.
I think Ogbonna's come across him and he's just lost concentration.
Yeah, no, I think he closed his eyes there.
Sorry, mate. I know you're talking about Fornals. I just saw it and was like, nah, not for me. Come on.
Very uncharacteristic of old Stay fans there. That's the sound of the dog agreeing with us.
Yeah. Oh! Mate, pizza and beer on a Saturday night watching West Ham.
I've got
love
pizza
to see it.
fridge, mate. That's coming straight after for that fight.
I've got
Especially, can you imagine if we win it? Imagine if we get a result in this game as well.
It's an authentic pub experience.
What have you got now?
No, nuts.
Nuts.
I've got because I went down to Aldi. I've got their rip-off of McCoy's. It's the same thing, really.
Is it steak? It looks like steak to me. It looks steak.
The fake.
Is it steak?
Yeah, flame grilled steak and bacon. Oh, go on, boys. Oh, go on. Oh, you stupid bastard. It was good defending, to be fair.
I don't think we scored there, Corey.
Yeah.
Again, this is my payback for last week, where you guys did this to me for like 60 minutes. I'm doing it unintentional because I'm reacting to watching it. I can't help that. I'm sorry. You'll see it in a second. Fornals goes on a mad one, gives it to Bowen, but Reece Jones just gets there. Otherwise, Bowen is one-on-one with Alisson.
West Ham's shape is really, really good. That's
Sorry,
what's
not
straight Liverpool.
Reece Jones, Robertson. But yeah, he's we could, Bowen was in.
Oh,
If
that
Robertson
is
doesn't
lovely
get
play
that.
between Fornals and Allaire. And then, yeah, I think he just cuts
The
that out.
pass isn't great from Fornals, to be fair.
Yeah. I'll just put this comment up because it did make me laugh. Have a read of that. Gets us in the game last week, though, isn't it?
Fabianski's still the most consistent goalie we've had since Robert Green, in my opinion. So. Referee finally gives a free kick to West Ham.
That's nice.
And in typical fashion, the really sporting, amazing sportsmen like Liverpool players start shouting at the ref. And they never do that. According to, if my Liverpool supporting mates are watching this, because I sent you the link, you never do that at all. You're the fairest of the fair, do you? You're not like Man United in the 90s at all.
I tell you what, if there are any Liverpool fans in the stream, you are a bit unreasonable.
I'll be honest with you, it's more to do with I've got two mates. I've got two mates that just don't stop about how Liverpool are the fairest and nicest, and they never give a foul away, and there should be a minute's silence of Virgil van Dijk. And
yeah, but it's like when Spurs fans talk about Heung-min Son as he's the nicest football player, and he's an absolute scumbag. Like it's the same thing.
What I will say is Liverpool are the most hypocritical bunch of fans in the Premier League, I'd say. That would be my take on
it. I've said my bit.
They're not necessarily the worst fans. They're just very hypocritical.
Look at Firmino dropping. Look at Firmino dropping in deep to try and pull a bit of space.
You wonder. Realistically, Hotter has got to be coming on half time, surely.
I reckon he will.
To add a bit more tackling.
He might take off Curtis Jones and put Firmino at 10 or something like that. They're getting frustrated.
Mane's been their only real creative player. Salah has not done. I'm not going to say it because he'll score a screamer in the next minute, but. Mane's getting marked out of the game.
Well, Salah was my concern, particularly up against Creswell, but I haven't actually seen a lot of Salah at all. But he hasn't had too many.
Yeah, we're just setting it up. We're just setting it up, lads. We're just setting it. Like that tweet where, the difference is we bring on Bale, they bring on Lanzini. We're setting it up.
Do you know what though? I don't feel like I'm having a heart attack watching this game. Like, I feel like we're in a decent bit of control. We're not too well played, Ale.
Even if we concede, we're still drawing. So we're in a great position right now.
But we're not setting back, and that's the difference. We're not just sitting on a 1-0. We are still pressing when we can.
It's a free hit. No one expects us to get anything out of this game. So whatever we do, that's not a free kick.
Go on then, let's see it. Let's have a look. Declan Rice. Is it Deckers? No. That's not a foul.
It's not a foul. It's not a foul. Anyone else goes down other than the Liverpool player, that is not given.
That is literally the softest foul I've ever seen.
God's sake.
They're going to score from this, aren't they?
Yeah.
Nah, we'll be all right. Look, they're getting so many soft fouls, Liverpool.
Well, it's a Liverpool game. It's what they get.
Yeah. So,
they have to have
enough to be fair.
Okay, they're being creative.
So, just to make this clear, we haven't won any fouls, but they have.
Don't speak too soon. They counted. I
thought Dennis had too many beers there for a second.
Yeah, I thought he was having a heart attack.
Come on, good ball. Bad ball.
I tell you what, Dennis, I'm so surprised you didn't give a foul there for Liverpool.
I'm so surprised.
Go on.
Oh. Yeah, I was surprised. I was about to go mental, but he didn't give it.
Come on, look at the numbers in Liverpool's half. Oh, not a bad ball from Creswell. Bit over.
Yeah. Bit over.
Jeez, honestly, that transition is different class. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, boys. Right, 33 minutes gone. West Ham 1, Liverpool 0. I'm actually quite relaxed about this game because it is a bit of a free hit, let's be honest. So I'm like...
if we lose this game, nobody's going to be up in an hour, are they?
Well, exactly. You'll still have your pizza. Dennis will still have his Steinhausers. Everyone's a happy person.
And Usyk and Zora still on tonight.
Oh, poor ball from Balbuena in midfield there.
The one thing I'd say from a Liverpool point of view is that Liverpool players' heads are dropping a little bit. You'll see it in a second.
Liverpool
their heads
are
are dropping
fantastic.
when you don't go their way.
They're a fantastic team. If any of you watched them against Sheffield United, they were poor. Like, they did get the goals in the end, but they weren't great. Sheffield United aren't looking brilliant at all this season. So
the thing I'd say, which would get a lot of anger from any Liverpool fans watching, but I feel the team has peaked. They could still win the league this year, do not get me wrong, and they could still be a force, but they're not going to get any better, in my honest opinion, the group of players they've got. Jota gives them a bit of a shot in the arm from Jota's signing, but that's about it.
I think actually that's a better signing, to be honest. If they played with Jota regularly, they'd be a stronger team.
Yeah, it gives them a bit of a shot in the arm attacking wise, but I think Salah's peaked. I think Mane's at his best. Firmino peaked as well before. So I just think Liverpool aren't going to get a lot better. I still think they're good enough to win the league this year. Everton won't last at that top position, but they're certainly not as unbeatable as they were last year, as we're seeing in front of us. So,
well, I think you saw at the end of last season that they could be beaten, and they weren't maybe as strong as I think teams are beginning to suss them out, and so, like you say, I think not that they're a bad team, but if you look at the other companies around,
they're far from a bad team. But bearing my ill will from the amount I hear it in the ear from my mates that support Liverpool, they're a fantastic team. I just think that this, last season, was the pinnacle, and that they're not going to be able to replicate that.
Yeah, to add to that, they have been on a kind of ascendance, really. They won the Champions League. Now they've won the Premier League. They've done they're incredibly successful. It is difficult to replicate that. That's why it's so impressive when someone like Manchester City do a back-to-back with 100 points. Do you know what I mean? It's unprecedented. And I've just seen some of the stats come up for this game. Only one shot on target from West Ham, 0 from Liverpool. And it just shows, doesn't it, really? It's a game of few chances, but we've obviously...
We are really setting ourselves up, aren't we?
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I've had a beer on Moretti. Yeah. I'm getting into the stream.
I've just seen Robinson clear it over the bar.
You know those two Spurs fans that we are Tottenham lads or whatever they're called.
Oh my
God! Made into a meme. That's gonna be it. My rant about Liverpool's attackers peaked when Liverpool score 7 goals in the second half.
Yeah, like right mugs. We're gonna be all over Twitter.
Look at these weirdos thinking West Ham could beat Liverpool. All right.
These.
At least we're not 3-0 up and about to lose a 3-0 lead in the 80th minute.
Could happen.
God, I absolutely hate them lot. It was so hard doing previews for that game with trying to be neutral. It was so hard.
Wait, hold on. Oh, did you interview them?
I did a preview for one of the big Spurs podcasts, and I had one of the 90 Min guys on who has a Spurs podcast as well. And don't get me wrong, I think Tottenham actually, and this is well off topic, are a bit overrated. I don't know why people think they're going to challenge for the title. They just beat Burnley narrowly. They lost to Antwerp midweek with a decent strength side. There's so many elements of their thing where I'm they have picked up results, but they're not setting the league alight. And they talk about it
cold. They're so hot and cold.
Yeah.
You don't know what Tottenham you're going to get.
If they can get Bale working, then I might buy into it a bit more. But he's a bit off as well.
There's another free kick Rice gives away that's going to make your blood boil, lads. To be fair, Cresswell is openly telling the referee where to go with this. Actually, watching the replay, okay, it is a foul. It's incredibly soft.
Yeah, it does look like a foul.
It's incredibly soft.
And the problem I've got now is that this is pure Trent position.
Don't worry, lads. Trent is in my fantasy team. Take solace.
Oh, I'm so happy, even though I benched Trent this week.
Actually, I've seen Firmino is coming so deep. He's so struggling so much. He's I've got to try and pick the ball up and make things happen.
We're completely out marking him. Oh, Jesus. Right, I'm going to have to just watch Dennis's screen for this one. Unless he's keeping a straight face, I can't tell.
Yeah, imagine.
He hasn't been taken yet. Don't worry, lads.
Jesus, how long is he taking? He's so good. He's so good at free kicks.
You've got nothing to worry about.
Well, they got Robert over it as well to hit it with a left.
Oh, straight at the wall. No problem, boys. No.
I did tell you. You've got nothing.
Lovely. Declan Rice recovery there. Go on, son. Nice bit of footwork. Drive on.
It's just...
Come on, Ale. Give me something more, mate.
Ale's looking a bit... Walking a bit... Yeah, he's really... I don't know. He's not... I mean, look, I get it's against Liverpool, and maybe Fulham will be a better
fuck off!
You know.
No. Penalty Liverpool.
No.
Right, let's have a look.
Fuck off.
Let's have a look.
To be fair, Masuaku's head has dropped completely.
Oh
no. That is bullshit.
I think he knows he's done. I think he
barely touches him.
Even Carragher thinks it's soft, apparently.
Fuck off. That is typical Liverpool.
That is such a dive.
It's typical Salah. Look at the state of Mohamed Salah there. He's barely even touched the bloke.
I'm
sick of the geezer. He's embarrassing. He's embarrassing. He's embarrassing. He's just an embarrassing football player.
That's such a dive.
Oh, God's sake. He's literally swiveled around. Yes, okay, he's hit his foot, but you're telling me that's going to...
Dennis, mate,
we're
going to have to meet you. We might have to meet you, mate, because if this gets saved, I'm literally going to have to cry.
Well, I have Mohamed Salah as the captain of the fantasy team. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Dennis, I'm going to watch you.
I'm giving you no reaction. That's all I'm saying. No reaction.
Oh, God. That's even worse.
Oh, God, mate. It's so stressful. This whole thing, man. Oh, God's sake.
You diving prick.
It's so typical, isn't it? He makes a meal out of everything, that geezer. They've created nothing. They've created nothing in this game, and he just falls over with a little tap on his foot. Sick of it, man. Honestly. God's sake. It's so Liverpool. That's so Liverpool to get that, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I prefer not to speak. Oh, well. Good. Well, you should book him then, mate. You should book him because that's his third one. Oh, of course, it's a Liverpool player. Phillips has got his third foul of the game. He gets a talking to because he's wearing a Liverpool shirt. Diddums.
It's actually ridiculous, honestly.
Fucking hell. The bias is so obvious.
That's honestly ridiculous. Is it Kevin Friend? He's terrible. They're all terrible.
I'm really annoyed with that penalty. I'm actually like, I just think, come on. If that had been the other way around, we wouldn't have got it. We would not have got that at all. I mean, 4 hours, he practically got cut in half. But never mind that. Don't worry about him.
Jesus, that is honestly pissed me.
Look, lads, we're still in the game.
We are.
Like we get
just the way it's happened, though, isn't it?
Oh, the way it's happened is cruel, mate. It's cruel. They've created nothing. We frustrated them. And you can't. And the thing about it is, it's not poor defending. We've defended well. I can't even. There's nothing I can find in it where I'm like, oh, maybe we've done this wrong. But it's just, it's typical Salah, man. It's typical Salah.
Everyone's saying that he's dived, apart from Liverpool fans.
I think it's soft. And because when I first saw it, I thought, oh, he's clicked. He's gone on his knee, and I thought I can get how that's happened. But he's just sort of tapped the bottom of his foot.
Well, what that is, Corey, that is perfect example of simulation. He's literally flopped over to win the penalty there. Other than that, the contact isn't really impeding his way in front of goal.
No, not at all. Exactly. Ball
He's
over.
literally just simulated to win the penalty. It's honestly frustrating me so much.
Go on. Go on, Allaire. Put some pressure on him.
Right.
Put some pressure on him.
Oh, how's that not a foul, ref? Salah's got to have pictures on his phone. He's got to have pictures on his phone of this ref, because I don't know what he's got on him.
I'm actually really annoyed. I'm actually still fuming about that, to be honest.
But the thing is, it's not too bad if we concede a goal in normal circumstances. It's just the way it happened. Like, it's just even more gutting. Oh, for God's sake. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll take 1-1 at half time if we can keep it at that.
I'm more gutted I didn't do me 4 nows graphic. Completely forgot. Never mind. Captain 4 nows, man. I think Moyes could. I mean, I'm looking at Allaire. He's been so ineffective. Yeah. And I think Antonio, he would have made such a big impact in this game.
As I said, when I saw the lineup and it said that when X confirmed the same formation, I said, well, that's Haller isolated. He needs to play with 2 wingers that are close pushed up in it. I know against Liverpool it's risky, but
yeah, no, mate, you're bang on. Like, you're bang on. It was always going to be difficult for Allaire in this game just because of the nature of it.
I have to say, I have to agree with Phil McCracken. What is the point of VAR? What's his name? Is it Philip? It was Phillips went high-footed on Fornells, got both ankles with his stud. Not even a VAR check. Fucking Salah goes down like he's been shot because Masuaku's leg or small toe touches his heel. Goes down like he needs his foot amputated, like he's in a World War I trench. Not even a VAR check to confirm. It's just Liverpool player went down. It's a penalty.
Well, the thing is, it sounds so conspiratorial, but like there's so much evidence that like points towards how much the refs have in favour of Liverpool. It's ridiculous, especially against lesser teams.
The one time it doesn't go their way against Everton, they want the bloody government to intervene or something.
Well, they're holding a fundraiser for Virgil van Dijk.
How much is it? Yeah, how much is he on a week?
I don't know, but I think they actually took that post down. Could you imagine if we put a fundraiser? Oh, please raise some money for Mikel Antonio at the end of our strike force. I mean,
for his hamstring that he's out for 4 weeks with. That would be quality.
Dedicate my Movember funds to the wages that Antonio won't miss out on because he's out injured for 3 weeks.
On his recovery.
Mate, I'll send them a nice pack via Amazon. Go on, Ben.
You know what?
I want Ben.
Do you know what? This game's
Go on. Good ball.
No, Corey, you're completely right, mate. He would tear apart this Liverpool defence, I reckon.
I think he would. I think give him the ball. Let's bring him on. Let's change it. We need a bit of a different. That's a good ball from Allaire, to be honest. Bowen picks it up. Right hand side, cuts in.
We're still not playing badly. That's the thing. It's just
of course not. Yeah.
The weakest link is Allaire, unfortunately, and unfortunately, it's not. It was pretty predictable. I mean, half time. I'll take that, boys.
Half time.
Good on.
Right. West Ham 1, Liverpool 1. West Ham took the early lead through Pablo Fornals. Great goal. Come back to the edge of the box, puts it past Alisson. And typically, I'm trying not to be too biased here, but Liverpool get a penalty decision in their favour. Look really suspect. Obviously, it was Mohamed Salah. Obviously, he scored the penalty. It's West Ham 1, Liverpool 1. But, lads, we are still in this game. We've got Ben Rahman to change it if we need to. Let's have a bit of faith.
All I'm going to say before we get onto the serious discussion, next time we play Liverpool and we do a watch-along, I want you to get a little video thing of a U-boat going down underwater, because that's basically Salah's role in football, isn't it? Just to go down. Like I said, it just left such a bad taste in my mouth. It was such a positive. Even positive, it was. We were frustrating Liverpool, nullifying their attack, and what do you know? Masuaku's little toe touched, the back of Salah's Achilles tendon or some bullshit.
I mean, look,
and it's 1-1.
This is the difference. this is always the difference between Liverpool and Manchester City, is that Manchester City have got the players in midfield to unlock things, and Liverpool tend to not have that. They've got an athletic midfield that can get in beyond, cause problems, but they're not in the same way as City. We were under a lot more pressure with Manchester City. We've actually looked quite comfortable in this game so far. Other than, I think, maybe one chance that Mane had through that we dealt with in the end, we've looked all right, and that's why it's just a bitter taste in the mouth, because we have performed well. Our shape's been fantastic. I would look to try and bring on Benrahma in some capacity, because I'm looking at Haller and I'm thinking he's not offering anything. And it's not a criticism of him. Obviously, we know we need to work with him, but if he's not offering anything, we need to change it or bring someone that can. So I'm interested to see if Moyes does do something.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you're going to have to play someone. You have to play someone that isn't a striker, that isn't used to playing striker. Because I don't know, has Benrahma ever played centre forward for Brentford? I'm not sure. Bowen, I don't think would work in the middle in this game, and Yarmolenko really did not cover himself in glory last game. I still think it could be an option to just change it around a little bit, involve Benrahma somehow, but you're probably still going to have to keep Haller up top, purely because I just can't see an alternative at the minute.
I know what you mean, but I just look at the way West Ham are playing, and even when we're creating chances, nothing's being created either to Haller or through Haller, and so you kind of just think, like, do we just bring somebody on, do a bit of an unorthodox thing, maybe play Bowen as almost like a false nine, maybe play Benrahma as a false nine and still keep Bowen on that right-hand side, just because maybe he could create something. I don't know. We were always going to get to this position with the lack of striking options that we have. It was always going to be inevitable, and obviously it's come back to bite us a little bit in this game. I don't think he's actually had a bad game. He's still playing his game. He hasn't misplaced passes or done anything wrong specifically, but it is just the lack of ball that he's going to have in these type of games. And I just think if we'd had Antonio, lads, I really think we could have put some serious...
Yeah, because they've got to delve, because the inexperience of centre-back, if Antonio's running at them, mistakes can happen, whereas Haller's quite, in this formation, he's quite stationary. He's looking to flick the ball on to the wing. So that's where Jones has had a bit of a... Jones and Phillips, or Phillips is centre-back, isn't he? Phillips has had a bit of a day off in that situation, where he was probably in for a hiding if Antonio was playing. It would be interesting, because you were talking about Henderson potentially swapping to centre-back for Liverpool. If Antonio was fit, would they have gone for a more experienced Jordan Henderson? Maybe. But yeah, I have to agree. In this formation, Haller isn't working. Unless you take 4-0s off Benrahma and push Bowen and Benrahma more in. But again, I think it's very harsh to take 4-0s off.
Well, my suggestion would be if we do go that way and bring Benrahma on, I think the only way you do it is by taking off Cresswell and then playing 4 at the back, Masuaku at left back, and then Benrahma on the wing and 4-0 in the centre. I mean, yeah, it's not ideal, but let's say we do go down 2-1, that's probably the best move to make, attacking-wise.
Do you know what? The only thing I would say is I would keep the same formation, because as defensive as we can be at times, even we've basically not had a striker that's been involved. We've still created loads of chances. That's what's so impressive.
Until we go down another goal, like if we concede and we're losing, until then I wouldn't change it. I think the formation has been impeccable, and defensively we've kept them out of the game. The only shot on target they've had is the penalty. So yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, listen, I'd like to see a change up front. I feel really bad because I do rate Haller as a player, and we have discussed this, but it's not enough for me. There's not enough, and maybe you think if Benrahma can get a bit... The only issue is you don't have that physical presence.
Yeah.
And in terms of crossing, do you have to push Souček a little bit higher as a late runner? I don't know. I don't know whether Moyes has kind of discussed his plan B. We had a discussion earlier about it, whether does Moyes have something in his back pocket that he can play? We're talking about switching to a back 4. Maybe Moyes just hasn't drilled that for weeks and weeks. Do you know what I mean? And he's not the type of manager to change it on a whim. So I kind of just feel like he's going to play the same team, no subs, and maybe Benrahma comes in.
There's no change when Haller's come in. He expects exactly the same from a completely different centre forward.
Yeah,
it's exactly the same thing happened to him. Exactly the same thing happened when he played Hernandez when he was first in charge. When he needed Hernandez to fill in for Arnautovic, it didn't work because he expected exactly the same bloody thing. Same when he brought in Andy Carroll, he expected the same bloody thing. It didn't work. I mean, but they're watching. I'm showing the replay now. It barely touches him. If anything, Salah pulls his leg back into Masuaku. This is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it was.
He's a fucking submarine captain.
It's actually a terrible.
If you look at Salah really. I'm sorry, I just don't think that's a foul. Like, I don't know if this is just me or because I'm getting a bit caught up.
The only people that think it's fouls are Liverpool fans, and
it's the way he's gone down. It's the way he's gone down from it, as if like he's been, shoved off the ball.
Yeah.
I mean,
they say, "Oh, I've seen them given." Well, we have seen them given every time at Anfield.
Do you know what? If West Ham had got that, we would. If West Ham had got that, sorry, mate, we would have gone bit soft, but we'll take it. We would have got. Us would have gone. I don't know how we've got that. Do you know what I mean? It's the same thing, but we never get that. We never get that luck, but Liverpool always do.
Yeah. Whereas Liverpool fans are now telling me on WhatsApp, "Oh, it's a definite penalty. It's a Stonewall penalty." Whereas we would have turned around and gone, "Not sure about that, mate." But yeah,
I mean, it's just honestly so infuriating. And the thing is that if you watch that, let's say you watch it in a non-league game, the fans are going to react by going, "Oh, get up," and probably the ref as well. But bloody Liverpool, obviously they're going to get it.
I think they've got very lucky. A very, very, very lucky Liverpool created barely anything. They pressed quite early on, 5 minutes in. Other than that, West Ham looked quite solid. Shape was perfect. A couple of little errors in there, but we've looked on par with them. And it's just like, if West Ham can keep this at the score it is now, and bring on a Benrahma or someone late on, I wouldn't be surprised if we got something, just if we could nick something. But at the moment, it's like, if this happens where Liverpool get another decision, they keep getting free kicks in their favour all the time. And when you're up against a team like that, it's so difficult. I don't want to get into that kind of argument of, they're getting luck and all this, because I like to talk about the football. But you just think, come on, there's so many times you see the examples and you're thinking, West Ham aren't getting anything. We're not going to get the rubber to green today in any way, shape or form.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, we did get the goal with, I think what you pointed out was that Fornals was in a position in the centre of the pitch when he got his goal. And if you have someone like Benrahma there, or if you have Benrahma out on the wing and Fornals playing central, then you're more likely, if you have Masuaku putting the ball into Haller, it gets kind of cleared out, then, those are probably going to be the best opportunities for us to try and nick something. So, if Haller is being ineffective, at least you can try and get an extra player up there with him to catch those loose balls.
Oh, I'm so annoyed. I'm literally so annoyed. I'm actually
I think that's the thing. We shouldn't be annoyed because it's been nothing to do with West Ham.
No, it's that's what's more annoying though, mate. It's like there's nothing to do with West Ham. When it's West Ham, you go. Remember last week with Foden, it was like I could kind of see that coming, like a late midfield runner that we didn't. But like them, I'm like, what have you lot done against us? Nothing. And like the biggest compliment is the fact Bobby Firmino's playing at centre midfield. It's just like, I can't create anything. I can't do anything. I'm like,
that's the thing. Apart from the penalty, we've kept them out completely. We've a few iffy sort of goalkeeping and pass backs, but apart from that, we've been so solid.
Mate.
It makes me want us to win even more now, not just get a draw. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Listen, obviously a draw would be a good result. I'm not going to talk about the results until we get to the end of the game, but you just hope, didn't you, mate? You just hope you get something. I think we're good enough to do it. It's just, we miss Antonio. We do miss him. We really, really do.
Yeah, we've got probably one more game with him out. Fulham game. Hopefully that will be it. And then international break, you can get a bit more rest and come back for the Sheffield. I think it's Sheffield United, isn't it, after that? Sheffield United? Villa.
Sheffield. Villa's a tough game.
Villa is a tough game. We'll move them back now.
I think Watkins in that game is going to be a nightmare.
Watkins is such a baller. Such a baller. We should have signed him. But alas,
Yeah, but we're owned by David Sullivan, mate. It was never going to
well,
happen.
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Sorry about that, lads. I had to go sort the dog out.
No worries. I'm helping myself to a bit of pizza.
Oh, good. What topping you gone for?
Well, excuse me. Yesterday, when I ordered this, I decided barbecue meat feast was the best way to go.
Oh, you got leftover pizza, you lucky son of a bitch.
Oh, what pizza is it as well?
Barbecue meat feast from Pizza Hut.
Oh.
All I'll say.
Oh, Dennis, do you want to? You're doing November, yeah? Have you started?
We'll be starting tomorrow. I'll shave everything off tomorrow and start afresh. Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking I might start adding your donation link into the descriptions of these videos, so you can get a bit of get some traction on it, mate.
Pay for a new hamstring for Antonio.
Yeah. Well, we're doing our fundraiser anyway for Antonio, so
yeah. We're planning on what was it? We're gonna run 50 meters or something.
Well, we're just gonna get like a sermon out, candles and everything for Antonio, and hope that
we're not Liverpool fans, mate. What was it? They wanted a minute's silence and a retirement fund for Van Dijk or some bollocks like that.
What did they want? I think they were wearing black armbands and one of those "Get well soon, Virgil." Do you remember when Memphis Depay scored against Holland? And but get well, I'm like, I hate it. There's like we're talking like pet peeves in football. That is almost number one. Where they go, oh, get well. Do you remember when Gundogan got injured for City and they made out like he died? I was like, oh, please, honestly.
Yeah, that was weird. He'd only joined the team like 2 months before, didn't he? Something like that.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, I hope he's all right. I'm like, he's fine. He's injured, but he's fine. I mean, could you imagine the amount of times we would have done that for Dean Ashton?
Well, if his leg was amputated, I would understand, but...
yeah. Come on, lads. Come on.
Get more to Stella down me.
All right. Where do you want me to put the November page?
I'll send it to you on
direct. I'll send it to you direct on.
Yeah, I'll put it on the description after.
There's some. I have to say, there's some amazing photos in there. There's some amazing photos of me doing it from the years gone by.
God, I was laughing so much at some of the pictures you sent earlier.
Most of them are in there, but there's also a couple of others I've forgotten about, and a collage at the end.
Oh God, mate! Honestly, it's so stressful watching West Ham. So stressful.
There he is, the diver.
They've got to get themselves motivated. I just feel that for whatever reason, they're not following more
Look at him having a nice little smile with the ref. Nice little chat.
Yes, and West Ham looking for what would be just their second win here at Anfield in the last 56 years. 1-1 at half time, no changes to either side of the break.
I'm getting background noise from someone. Possibly Charlie.
Yeah, it'll be Charles.
On Merseyside.
Irresponsible. Had a few beers and just forgot himself.
Oh, he's absolutely trolleyed, isn't he? he's a rebel. He's a rebel without a cause. He can't handle
falling over himself. He'll be
falling asleep on the door of a bottle of wine by the end of it.
Have some respect, Charlie, mate.
Yeah. What sort of people? What sort of?
Phillips on. Werner rises for West Ham. Now Salah.
Oh.
Well, Liverpool player goes down in the area and we win a free kick. Maybe someone's had a word with the ref.
About 15 goals conceded from the first 7 games. And the last side to go on, having conceded that number from that number of games.
If we get a point here, are we on 9 points? Is that right?
Yeah, we won 9 points. And to be fair, from the opening few games, you 1,000,000% would have
Well,
taken that.
unreal.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you would have. I mean, I was looking at it and thinking, oh, maybe Leicester. Maybe Leicester. Newcastle and maybe Leicester and then Fulham.
Come on, Declan, get a foot in there. I can see Liverpool bringing on like a Jota. Like, it's freshen things up.
Yeah, I mean, Jota would have another complexion to their attack that we may not be able to handle,
Well, he always plays on the shoulder. Such a problem. Come on, make a tackle in. Oh, hello, mate. Good to see you again.
Hello, Charles.
We just need a half-time toilet break.
Well, at least you're open about it.
Chucking up, I imagine.
What, is
Apparently,
this,
pizza and beer isn't a good diet.
so you're on beer number 7, beer number 8, is that?
God, no. This is beer 6 or 7, but no more than that tonight. Oh. Any news to report? Any subs? Anything?
No, just Salah was having a happy little conversation with the ref, and we won a free kick in our own penalty area. Oh, well, there's a surprise. Salah has gone down, and Declan Rice has been booked because Salah went down.
Wasn't Salah, was it?
Oh, it wasn't. No, in fact, forgive me wrong. It wasn't. It was Wijnaldum. Salah ran past him just as he went down, so I thought it was Salah.
He just went
for that.
Yeah, he just went across him. He's actually tripped himself up, but he's just gone across him.
Well, Liverpool player tripping himself up and the opponent getting a booking. Imagine my shock.
Well, he's been clever there,
Imagine
Wijnaldum,
my
hasn't he?
shock.
He's just cut across him as well.
Liverpool could actually get away with murder.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to comment.
Like, you could literally have Trent Alexander with a bloody knife next to a dead body saying, I killed this person, and then let him off with a warning.
You're lucky my mouth's full with crisps. Fabianski made a routine save.
Nice. Nice.
Easy. I'm actually quite looking forward to the Fulham game. It's the first game in a long time where I feel we've got that impetus. Do you know what I mean?
It's also on paper. It's on pay-per-view, lads.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm not paying. I'm not paying
for it.
I'm making. Oh, go on. Very good balling. We need a good ball in Mazuaki. Oof.
Love how you had
Well
a sip
done.
of beer
Well done.
for that as well. I was just waiting. Oh!
4-0's nearly with the second, lads. I'm glad it wasn't Haller. I'm glad it wasn't Haller.
Oh, that was close. Look, he's sneaking in that box. He's sneaking in there.
The thing is, if he leaves it, there's 2 players, one of which, if Haller has a free shot on goal, if he leaves that.
Yeah, Bowen was
Oh, do you know what? I think if Bowen had got that actually and cut on, he would have.
Yeah. Honestly, look, they're showing a replay here. If he leaves that, you've got Bowen and Haller dead centre.
Come on, West Ham.
Come on, boys.
Come on, Pablo. Do you know what? Love to see Mazuaku taking on Trent and beating him as well. He needs to do that more, to be fair. If he can. Got to win that, Alia.
Again, Ale just
not doing enough. He needs to make a nuisance of it. He needs to do something to kind of make it difficult.
Well, that's what Antonio has, is that pace to just run around and try and get Liverpool to hurry up, getting rid of the ball.
But I get that he's the player that's not going to harry people down, but even from aerial challenges, if he's just making a real nuisance of himself, making it difficult, try and break Liverpool up a bit.
Not bad. Nice.
Get a
Come
few
on.
strange
well done.
noises on the microphone there for a second.
No, just a bit of a crisp munching, that's all.
Chris Munch.
Oh, go on, boys. Oh, acres of space. Go on, play him in. Oh, you fucking idiot! I don't even know who made the mistake, but it was
Lovely,
bad.
lovely. Spread the play.
Don't get excited, lads.
It was a terrible.
Oh, that was
I
bad
don't know
ball
who-
from Declan Rice.
Was it Rice? I didn't know who done it, and I was like, you should have
No,
done it earlier.
that was
so
bad.
much
Should have done a
earlier.
bit better there.
I reckon
Open
we
yourself
stuck
up.
This is a bit better.
Come West Ham.
Oh, Liverpool got unlucky with a deflection there.
Nice. That's a lovely ball from Jared Bowen. It's nice, neat play from West Ham as well. Come on, forward now. Oh, go on. Oh, I realise I am about I'm 30 seconds behind.
We like seeing those reactions, though.
I know. It's a bit odd watching it on the phone though. It's a bit like.
Well, with this new national lockdown set to take place, at least we get another month of watch-alongs now, boys. Might as well announce it to the crowd now.
Come on, the lads. Watch-alongs. Don't you worry. Every single week.
Right.
With a new webcam from me.
With a new webcam and a new mic. Unbelievable stuff. Good.
We should also do a retro watch along of like if there's an international break or West Ham aren't playing, watch along just a random famous game like when West Ham started plugging them out on the official channel.
Oh, come on. Get back. He's let too much space on the right, man. Oh, okay. Yeah, Mazuaki let him off a little bit there.
I don't know.
Come on, think about it, lads. Think about it.
Well done. Come on, beat the press.
Use your brain.
Come on.
Go on, Jared. You
Go on.
beautiful boy.
Oh, and he's still doing it, boy.
Take him on. Soufal on the overlap.
Come
Come on.
Oh, come on, Cresswell.
Go on.
Use your brain. Come on, Aaron. Oh, for fuck's
Didn't know-
sake.
For God's sake, what's going to happen?
No, just Aaron Cresswell passes it back to the goalkeeper when he's got 9 players in front of him.
In other news, water covers 75% of the earth. Honestly,
So does Kante.
Kante, so yeah. Declan Rice.
Oh, we've
Oh, yeah, so
witnessed
does Declan,
we've witnessed the miracle. West Ham have won a free kick.
That's actually Sky Bacon move right there. And then we
That's a foul.
we nearly wasted it.
Gomez didn't get anything. That looked a bit rough for me. I kept thinking, I can hear like sort of banging everywhere, and it's like, oh, it's fireworks outside my flat.
It's not me,
Yeah,
mate.
scored yet.
Yeah. If you hear the dog barking, that's what he's barking. Fireworks.
What is that, old Bonner? Come on, fella.
Oh, come on. Bit sloppy. Second half. Some slop.
Yeah,
we've
we
done
haven't-
okay. Some of it's neat, but other bits have been a bit sloppy.
It's fine in these situations, but you just want Allaire to just run around like an absolute dog. You know what I mean?
We don't have an outlier. We don't have a player that's doing that. We effectively feels like we're playing a bit with 10 men.
Yeah,
Doing
we're
really
playing
well with
with
10 men, but like we don't have anything.
not attacking wise anyway. Not attacking outlet.
It's tough. Really, really hard. 64 now is almost sitting like a midfield 3 now. Come
And the
on.
thing is, with Antonio, is he also helps out defensively a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah.
Very well played, Declan Rice. Declan Rice has another great bit of defensive play coming up, lads.
Wait, hold on, Dennis. Is that another free kick?
Yeah, I know.
That's a free kick.
I think this ref needs his pulse checking.
Jesus Christ! Someone needs to pay him an extra 50 quid from the Liverpool side.
We've absolutely got to switch it up front. We just have to do something. The longer
Issa.
this goes on, the worse it's going to get for us, because we don't have that sort of outlet, and they're going to get more tired. It's going to be harder for the team to push. So I mean,
Well, the annoying thing
Really
is that,
something.
I mean, to be fair to Allaire, he's not even getting the ball. Like, nobody's serving him, so he can't even hold up play to bring players to come up to attack with him.
well, we're not going not as offensive. You know, particularly in these last 5, we've sat back quite a bit.
Cresswell,
I don't expect him to get the ball here, but
the right foot, beautiful. Oh, well done, Maz. Well done, son. Go on inside again. Oh, unlucky.
Yeah.
nice. Oh,
Someone's
when we
getting
get in
their...
those when we get in those positions, we need to switch the ball quickly. We could if we could get like a little switcher onto Bowen.
Guys, I don't want to alarm you, but we've won another free kick.
Third free kick. Nah,
I thought you were going to say we've conceded
3 in a row. Three in a row.
Yeah, he had me there as well, Corey. I was like,
oh.
don't break my heart.
Oh. Good ball from Souček. Come on.
I tell you what, I love Souček and Rice in midfield. It honestly warms my heart.
Top draw, man. Come on, off. Get at him, son.
Get out. Nice.
Negative. Come on.
Go on, boys. Oh, look at that space.
Forward.
Great overlap.
Come on. Come on, West Ham. This is liquid football.
Unlucky.
Ball in now. Overlap. Go on, son. Go on, Chris. Oh, good clearance. Well done. I think Phillips has done well for Liverpool as well.
Phillips has done bloody well today, even if he should.
He should be.
He 1,000,000% should be in the book. Is what I'd say.
Oh yeah,
definitely should be in the book.
He's done very well. He don't look. How old is he? He looks like 30.
Yeah,
he don't look young, does he? Great tackle, Cresswell.
Oh, it's poor. And lose the ball there. He did it last week as well, man. Come on.
Yeah, that was poor.
Sloppy.
Liverpool fans are turning on Curtis Jones already at the ripe young age of 19 or however old he is. From what Twitter's saying, that's what a load of Liverpool Twitter fans are, complaining about, saying that why is Potter not on for Curtis? I don't think Curtis played particularly bad. I don't think he's done anything really. But
honestly, I haven't seen anything from Curtis Jones in this game.
He's going to score. He's going to score the winner now, lads. He's going to score the winner.
Put a bet on right now.
Look how deep Mane's coming. Come on, West Ham.
Well, your beauty.
Oh, well done, Cresswell.
How nice was that?
Well, he just seems more aware at centre back. Do you know what I mean? Just knows where he is. We didn't seem to do that.
There's no real pressure to go forwards and attack at centre backs. We can just focus on the defensive game.
And he also doesn't have to deal with pace either, necessarily.
Okay. Then. Go on. Run on step 4 now. No. Okay.
Oh, good tackle.
Allaire.
Come on.
Doesn't quite get that, does he?
Oh.
Tell you what, Bonner could literally... He could head anything, couldn't he? He could put his head through a brick wall. Go on, Fab. Nice. Get out.
Right, well, what did we say earlier? We're on the 60th minute and it's 1-1. I would be thinking about Ben Rama now, but he hasn't even started warming up by the looks of it.
We've got to change it. We've got to do something.
But David Moyes ain't going to make a sub.
I know.
Behind.
But you know what? It's painfully obvious. It's like, come on.
It's been painfully obvious a lot of games that we've needed to make a certain substitution or any substitution. That's
But
why I
it's
was
like,
so shocked. Yeah.
But when you're in a game where Haller hasn't affected anything, and it's the 60th minute, he has to, make that sub. Like in other games with someone like Antonio, you can understand why you wouldn't take him off. But I just look at it and think, come on, mate, you can see that
Is that a
West Ham
4 free
win that
kick
ball.
we've had this off?
I know.
Just in one off.
I'm not even surprised if he's trying to level it up.
He must have seen that penalty just.
He must have seen the
what
penalty
they-
and
you know what they're
realised.
like?
Yeah. He watched it at half time and thought, "Oh bugger, it was a horrendous
He's
dive."
like, oh, God, you know what, I'm gonna have to... We've got to try and stretch Phillips a little bit.
Oh, go on. 4-0's out wide to Masuaku. You've got Cresswell on the overlap. Cresswell comes in, doesn't use his brain,
Oh, fuck.
and now he's down injured.
Come on, 4
Oh,
now.
he's taken. To be fair, Cresswell takes one to the
What?
nuts. To be fair to him, he's done well there.
Oh, he does. I tell you what.
He's taken one to the nuts there.
I tell you what. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been because he did overstretch on that one. I'm hoping it's a injury to the mid.
He hasn't taken one to the nuts. I think he might have actually done something
Yeah.
pretty nasty.
Oh,
I think that doesn't...
I tell you
I think
what.
Let's have a look.
I stretched there.
I think
Felt
at best he's stretched or torn his groin muscle. At worst, he may have done something very nasty.
Oof.
That looks nasty, that does.
Oh yes, Yarmolenko. That's who we need on.
Ben Rama, get freaking. You know what? Even Lanzini.
There he is. There's the boy.
How's Ben Rama not even warming up?
No,
I honestly would put Ben Rama on for Cresswell. Now he's injured. Go to 4 at the back. Fuck it.
Exactly.
If we lose or we draw,
We
it's
just
one
go.
point. It's 1 point at the end of the day. It's a point. Like I don't want us to get too defensive and then lose 2-1. Is basically what I'm worried about. I'm worried that we're going to get too defensive.
You are 100% right. There has to be some kind of attacking decision here. We've got to try and take the impetus a bit. We've created, which is good, but we just haven't put them under enough pressure. And we've got to do something to come away from this game and say we've done enough.
The only thing is that if Cresswell is injured and doesn't, I mean, he seems to be okay at the moment, but if he does come off, then I imagine he'll put Diop on and just keep it like for like.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I don't think he'll change it at all.
Which is fine, because defensively we're doing well, but like you say, attacking-wise, we're not really getting anything done. We haven't really got anything done since the goal, really.
Come on, Ali, please, for goodness sake, do something.
Maz, that is a foul.
Nice. Oh, okay. Oh, God's sake. He's going to bring on Yarma. I guarantee you puts Yarma in for Allaire and plays him as a striker.
Excuse me. Oh. Clip that one up, Corey. Yarmolenko's coming on.
But for
Don't
who?
even wind it.
He's showing him the famous iPad, Kevin Nolan, which can only mean one
He's
thing.
showing him the
Screamer on the left head.
absolutely thwacked.
Seriously, Yarmolenko's done well for us, and I like the bloke. Oh, hang on, go on.
Yeah?
Fuck's sake!
Oh,
4-0 hits it straight into.
I got so excited. 4 now.
At least he doesn't send it into space.
Come
He
on.
caught me by surprise.
He could have played him in. He could have played him in.
Get back. Get back.
He should have played him in.
Well done, boys. Well
If he played Bowen, if he played Bowen in on his left. Oh God.
Yeah. He only had eyes for goal there, didn't he? Like I said, at least he didn't balloon it into Rose Ed, as he normally does.
He does miss a lot of chances. Like he has a lot of chances, Pablo, for now.
Yeah. His composure is not necessarily the best, but
Unless it's against Leicester, and in which case he pulls off a worldy first touch and a decent finish.
That was class.
That was different gear, mate.
West Ham clips when he does that, like when he does the ball hitting the astronaut. That's just beautiful.
What's that thing he called someone? I can't remember. It was like Romford Raquel, mate, and I was having me wetting myself.
Is that Lanzini?
Lanzini, yeah. Because originally he was called Peak Maradona.
Peak.
And there was the Romford Pele, which was Anderson.
From Pele.
What's the one he goes Mazuaku, the Congolese Roberto Carlos?
Roberto Carlos.
Congolese Roberto Carlos, yeah. And the Czech Cafu.
Czech. Is it a Czech Patrick Vieira or something for Suchet?
Yeah, Czech Patrick Vieira. Fredericks is called Flash.
I want to know how he comes up with all of this stuff. Like, does he sit there and go, like, decent ball from Hendo, he's going to...
There's Iron Bowen as well. And
Iron Bowen, yeah, classic.
I can't remember what Fornells is. It's the Paella something, isn't it?
Come on.
Paella Payet or something? No, not Payet.
Maybe.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Corey. If he just looks up and offloads it to Jared
Look
Bowen.
at that. Like, that is literally... If he just gives that to Jared...
It's a tap-in, to be fair, but I think
it's a tap-in, look. That is... But he must have seen him, like, kind of there. I don't know. Like,
there's some activity. All that talk of Yarmolenko coming on. There's a Liverpool sub about to happen.
I just say as well.
It looks like two.
I know this is against Salah, but I think Creswell in the air has been quite decent in this game, and I've been so critical of him as well. But he's done well.
Recently, he's been actually really good in the air. Just generally, like you said, it is Salah today, but he has been very good. He does get up there and try and win at it.
Come on, Mazuaku.
Go on, Dad. Stick with him. What's Snodgrass's nickname? West Ham. Is it Tartan? Obviously, there's Tartan Simeone for Moyes.
Well, it depends if we win. If we lose, it's Tartan Tony Pulis.
Tartan Tony Pulis. It's honestly beautiful. So funny. Go on, Jared.
Was it
nice?
What was it? And Fabianski's the Polish Buffon.
Brother. What a tackle.
That's it, Angelo. Well done. Resolute, son.
He's a brick freaking wall. Haller again, just stayed up.
Oh shit! Fabianski's off his line here. Good. Fabianski's had another mare coming up, lads.
Oh God! Get rid! Oh, thank God.
Too close.
I have to be calm about it. If I give my authentic reactions, you're like, oh God, what's going on?
Oh my God! My stomach just went into.
Oh, you know what? Last 20 minutes. Last 20 minutes, I'm gonna start giving authentic reactions.
I actually felt a bit sick then, to be honest. Like, I thought that was gonna come across to like Salah.
I did. It was a mixture of Dennis's commentary and the footage that I was watching.
Firmino's going off.
Dennis is making me hungry because I'm just thinking of like steak McCoys.
Come on. You want it, just order it.
Sure. Bloody hell. Shaqiri is coming on, mate.
Shaqiri and Hotta.
Yeah, they're trying to use pace to break it up a little bit. We want
to talk about underrated footballers. Shaqiri is horrendously underrated. He just made the wrong move going to Liverpool because he's only going to be a squad player there. He could have gone to someone like Everton or
West Ham.
Yeah, Liverpool.
West Ham. We would have fucked up the transfer, but he could have gone to a team that was up and coming rather than thingy. Yeah, he wouldn't have the medals, but he'd be revered and he'd be considered a top player. But now he's, a bench warmer at Liverpool, sadly.
I think, Corey, like you were saying earlier, I think those attacking subs are a massive compliment to how well we've set up defensively. They have to throw on extra bodies just to try and break us down.
The thing is, they've got to stretch it, and And I think maybe Klopp's thinking if West Ham want to try and go for it here, because we still are trying to create. I know we haven't really done it in the last 10. He's thinking if I've got Jota on the pitch and Shaqiri, they're going to create and get in behind. It's going to be really tough now because Jota is going to cause us some absolute nightmares. Got beaten there. He get beat way too easily there.
Oh, go on, Mazuaki.
Well
Mazuaki should have done an absolute
Go on.
madness.
Oh, Mazuaki, settle
Beautiful.
down. Settle down.
That's a good ball.
That's
a
it.
good
You settle
ball.
yourself down, Hendo. Settle yourself down, Hendo.
Settle down.
Keep it, Fornals. Keep it. Right, switch the step.
Genuine question: have I missed it, or did Yarmolenko not come on?
He hasn't come on, I don't think. That's a great ball.
Oh, yeah. How dare the defender do his job and get his head to that? Undeserving.
I'll tell you what, if that got over his head and into Bowen, I'm like, oh,
Honestly, but this is the problem we spoke about so many times. Right now, a substitution right now could get us right back into it. Liverpool made a double change,
agree.
and it's like Moyes like, well, we're not conceding. Let's just carry on playing. Like, no, bring on fucking Benrahma, bring on Lanzini. I wouldn't say bring on Yarmolenko purely because of how crap he was last week.
Yeah, and I tell you what, if he brings him on instead of Bowen, I'll be really annoyed because Bowen
Every time we take Bowen off when it's tight, we regret it.
Exactly.
We miss his work rate.
No, absolutely. Come on, just put Benny on. Benny on for 15 minutes. That's all I need. I need 15 minutes of Benny.
We need some attacking impetus.
I love it if he puts on Snodgrass and Yarmolenko instead of Benrahma.
I'll do my absolute nut.
It would just prove to me that he's an absolute troll to West Ham fans.
If he doesn't bring on Benrahma, he's blatantly trying to save him for this Fulham game because he thinks that we can get something. I guarantee it. It's just so Moyes.
Well, I hope he even appears in the Fulham game.
Oh God, can you imagine if he don't?
I'll be so annoyed.
Oh bollocks!
The difference is right. If we'd spent 30 million on Benrahma, the conversation, people would be fuming. If we'd actually gone out and spent that now, people would have been like, what are you doing? Oh, come on. Oh.
Dennis, were you heart in mouth there with the Salah set up? He just swipes it, doesn't he? He doesn't really strike it properly.
No, he don't really curl it in. Bit rushed from Salah, that.
Yarmolenko, boys. And who's he on for?
Ale, surely.
Ale.
I'll be delighted to hear I've successfully completely trolled my football WhatsApp group by just keep going. It was a dive. We should be 1-0 up. It's a dive. We should be 1-0 up. Obviously, he's gone down theatrically, but it was contact. But they've completely bought it hook, line, and sinker.
Liverpool just haven't created anything.
God, Yarmo's so one-footed, isn't he? So one-footed.
Just win a corner.
Yarmolenko is so one-footed.
I love how he concedes a foul.
I know.
Can't get back, so he's like, let's just take him out. Fair enough. But we might need that for him to break it up a bit, Just anything at this point.
I wonder who chooses long sleeve football shirts now.
Oh God, not a fan, mate.
It's weird, isn't it? Seeing Yarmolenko with long sleeves on.
So he's gone Yarma up front then, like for like.
Yarmolenko's played for 1 minute now, and he's already done more running than Ale has done.
He has. He's made at least a nuisance of himself.
Yeah, he's
Come on, or taken someone on, or done something. Dennis is like, what did you say? Yeah. What did you say?
Yeah, I've revealed to my mates that I've been winding them up about the Salah penalty all along, and they're denying. I'm getting the thing now. Got better. So they said I've got better things to do than to watch your Watchalong. Okay.
Oh,
mate, they're missing out.
They are missing out.
On the banter, on the jokes, everything.
Beers, pizza, banter, football. What more could you want?
A 2-1 win.
Yeah, well, it'd be nice for Salah to stop diving. That'd be a good start. Go on, Maz. Go on, fella.
Please. Push.
Go on.
Look at the
Well, we need
difference
good
in
ball in, good ball
Yarmolenko
in.
up front. We're actually keeping the ball now. What a ping from Declan Rice. Push, come on. Decent delivery.
Funny thing is, Dennis. Oh God.
Oh, don't stand off. Stay with him, Jared. Stay with him.
Oh.
Oh, what
Oh.
a save, Fabianski!
Oh.
Oh, fuck. It's offside, surely.
Oh, what a save!
It's offside, surely.
He fouled it, and Fabianski
He's
got
got to be
fouled.
offside.
Oh!
He's got to be offside.
Oh, come on!
No, Fabianski got fouled. Fabianski got fouled.
No, that's offside. That's offside.
Fabianski got fouled.
He's literally taking him out. Oh, come on. I'm not having that. I'm not having this.
It's such a foul on Fabianski. I'm sorry.
Come on, then. Let's have a look. It's interesting they put the 2-1 up without reviewing it. Oh, now you're reviewing it. Okay, fair enough. He's taken out Ogbonna, then he's taken out Fabianski.
Oh, that's a foul. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on. That's a straight foul on both of them.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's got to be a foul.
Nah. We're not having that. We're not having that.
Ref, come on, sort it out.
Come on, ref.
He's impeded Fabianski's movement.
Look, if Ogbonna, if he's not fouled Ogbonna, he gets to that ball and he clears it. There's no...
The amount of times we've seen goals for us be fucking disallowed for bullshit reasons.
Oh, my God.
I was adamant the fucker was offside. But...
It's a foul. It's a foul all day.
Yeah, but we are going
Mane's
to say...
impeded both of them.
We are going to say it's a foul. But...
I think it is. It is. He takes the man before the ball.
He doesn't touch the ball whatsoever, but he does put a foot in on Fabianski.
So this is my opinion, right? Ogbonna's getting to it, and he's taken out Ogbonna, and he's taken out Fabianski as well with a... I'll just say give Mane like a yellow. I don't...
Come on, boys! Come on!
Is it actually?
Surely!
He's looking at the ref's looking
Yeah?
at it.
Surely!
The VAR. This is the first time I've seen
Oh, come on.
The VAR has told the ref to look at it. And he's going to look
Oh,
at it and say,
okay,
look,
alright.
he's got
Alright,
a foot
let's have a
in.
look.
He's got a foot in.
I just think, look at it. But he's looking at it from one angle. He needs to look at it from the angle behind as well. See Ogbonna looking at it as well.
Yes, I think he's taken it off.
Let's have a look.
Yes! Come
Yes!
on!
Come on, West Ham! We're still in this! Come on!
Come on!
Come on, West Ham!
Oh,
No
yes,
Liverpool!
yes.
No Liverpool!
That's better than a goal.
Oh, I love that. That's what we live for. Bring VAR in, mate.
That's such a... did anyone else think that the referee just gave a goal to Liverpool with that sign? Because he literally just pointed.
No, I was like, I just thought, I genuinely thought there's no way you can give this. It's just so like suspect, isn't it?
Oh, it's a foul. It's a foul.
Look at it.
It's without.
Come on, West Ham. Come on, West Ham.
There's now going to be like 5 minutes added on time where they're just going to put so much pressure on.
Mate, someone's got to get on Twitter to see what these Liverpool fans are like.
I bet they're going mental.
I bet they're like, oh my God, how is that? Sorry, that's my very unbiased. Unbiased.
I'm doing an opposition reaction to this thing, so that's going to be funny. I'm going to be like, I can't wait to speak to them.
They're not going to want you on anymore.
Yeah, he's never going to talk to me after this.
Oh my God! Right,
Come on.
I don't know. Right, the immortal cop has said perfectly fine goal ruled out because we're Liverpool.
Like, that's got to be clipped. That's got to be an highlight clip.
It's a perfectly good goal. Oh, come on. They were doing their nut the other week about Pickford taking out Van Dijk for a similar tackle. I'm like,
Well, no,
Behave
to
yourselves.
be fair, no. To be fair, that was nowhere near as bad as what Pickford did. Let's be fair here. Pickford
Yeah, okay, all right. I was overdoing it.
Pickford should have got a retrospective
Oh,
ban.
he easily should have got a red. Easily should have got a red.
Yeah, retrospective ban. Thingy, but
Yeah,
yeah.
he's back again. Sorry, boys. What was our reaction to that tweet, though?
A load of rubbish, wasn't it?
Typical Liverpool fan. Get rid of. Nice.
Well done, Yarmolenko.
What are we thinking? Do we bring Ben Rama on, or do we bring another?
We have to do something. We have to do something, in my opinion. I think there is
Do you just set up for
opportunities.
the draw, though? Do you just set up for the draw now?
I always think no, because I think that's dangerous. Even if we do get a draw, to go, to set up for just get deeper and deeper. You give Liverpool more opportunities. Do you know what I mean? And they brought Jota on now. They're going to stretch us. We're going to have to sit deep, but we need someone to be up front and just hold the ball. We've got like Fornals is playing.
Go on, Yarmo. Go on.
That's it. Well done, Yarmo. Keep it, son. Go on, take him on. Good ball now.
Oh, we need more people up there.
We've literally got no forward. Come on.
We've got
Go on, Sufal.
have people up there.
Keep
There wasn't
that
enough. At least we've
Come on.
kept the ball.
Come on, Jared. Push up, West Ham. We've got to... They'll be scared to push up now, obviously, with Jota on that pitch.
Go on, man. Oh, there's no one there.
Go on. Great ball. Oh,
Yes.
Who was
Now,
it?
Go on. Win that.
The balls have been good, but they've not. They've just been missing a little bit.
Come on. Who?
We just need to camp out in Liverpool's area.
Oh, it's a very good ball in, but there's no one there. Ironically, now we're putting balls in. We're putting balls in that would be good for Haller now.
Oh, God, we need...
We're actually screaming out for Haller now. It's so funny. Oh, for God's sake. No, but the thing is, Antonio would absolutely eat up those crosses, wouldn't he?
Oh, well, he would fight. One of them would have found him by now.
Oh, come on, boys. Like Yarmolenko and Fornals and those lot, they're just not going to have the physical presence to get on the end of those.
And it's difficult anyway, because when you're getting a crossing, you're relying on basically one or two players to get something off. That in itself's stretching us here.
Mazuwaki. Oh, God, he's turned you inside out there, hasn't he, fella?
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. That's it, West Ham. Put pressure on.
Oh, God, my heart is in my freaking mouth.
Oh, come on.
Oh, don't lose it there.
Oh, fucking hell.
Go on, ref. Oh.
Come on. That's a great tackle, Angelo. Get back up, son.
Oh, nothing wrong with that.
Oh, it's a goal.
No, it's not.
It's a fucking brilliant goal.
No.
Fucking brilliant goal. No, there's nothing wrong with that. But this is what I was talking about. Sitting 2D, being too defensive and losing 2-1. Why don't we go for it? Why don't we go for it?
You just knew it. How many times have we just sat here going, if they bring Jota on, the game changes, and it just completely has.
I'm trying to see whose fault it is.
Well, it's probably Balbuena. Look, he's going to sneak in. Oh no, actually, hang on.
It is Balbuena's technically, because he's the one who goes He presses whoever it was.
Well, Sufal's almost let him go, thinking Balbuena, but Balbuena's rushed out, and
well, that's the thing. Yeah,
that's a bit. He's been too overeager there. Oh,
I mean, I do feel bad for Balbuena in the sense that there isn't anyone in midfield to cover him, but yeah, I mean, it's a very nicely taken goal, to be fair, but that is gutting.
Well, look, they brought on their subs. They brought on Shaqiri, plays it through, Jota scores. It's not...
Oh, come on, Jared! Ugh.
So annoying.
I think we're gonna capitulate now.
Nah, we'll be all right, man. We'll be all right.
Just
come on.
Get Ben Rama and Lanzini on. You might as well now.
It's too late now. Honestly, like...
You might as well just bring him on. Try. Oh, Yarmolenko. He's so shit sometimes. He can be so bad.
What is he doing?
Yeah, I know. Honestly, he's literally just walking back. Everyone looks shattered. To be fair, Souček looks completely shattered.
They're all shattered because fucking Tartan Tony Pulis don't make a sub.
Is it not Tartan Simeone?
Well, it's not because we're losing now. When we get a good result, it's Tartan Simeone. It's a bad result, it's Tartan Tony Pulis.
It's so frustrating. It is so frustrating.
Yeah.
But it was inevitable with the changes. Like, it just was.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with you, boys. I mean, like, you know, setting up for the draw was going to be dangerous, wasn't it?
I think we've done really well to contain them for a long period of time. It's only so long you can do that without, you know, keeping the ball out of your half. And we just...
Well, it also begs the question, why haven't we changed now? Like, surely we've got to just be absolutely going for it now. Bring on subs, just... I mean, we're going to have 5 minutes added on, probably, something like that.
Well, this is the issue. The same thing happened against Manchester City, if you remember, where when we got around this time, we started to push a little bit, switched off, and a couple of times City got through. Exactly the same side as well. And he's just taken this goal really well. It's a great finish.
Hotter's going to... Hotter's
Here
going to...
we are. We're bringing Balbuena, we're bringing Benrahma and Lanzini for 2 minutes.
Come on, Ben
2
Rama.
minutes.
Come on, Benrahma.
Why not make this sub 10 minutes ago? Like, why now when we have everything to throw at and Liverpool are just going to soak it up?
They should have done it. The subs are way too late.
Well, it's another...
He really has outdone himself today. And this is what I was on about earlier. About, we should give him a contract. It's been 4 games. And now we got this shit.
Dennis, you and Angus wanted to give him a 5-year deal. Honestly,
no,
terrible.
I did not. No.
You're absolutely seething. Benrahma's coming on now. Benrahma?
Mate.
Where's the work rate?
What's going to happen here? We're still going to lose, and I'm going to blame it all on Benrahma.
Mazuaki's come on.
even though Allaire went missing for about 70 minutes.
I don't think...
He just did nothing, man. He just did nothing.
There forever.
It's just so West Ham, isn't it? It's just so West Ham. Bring on Benrahma and Lanzini with 2 minutes to go. Yeah, that'll work, Moisey, mate.
No, boys, you know what is peak West Ham? Not having an outright striker on the bench. That's peak West Ham.
And what is it the Talk Sport putting out the other day? Oh, wasn't it a masterstroke to sell Grady? Yeah, it was fantastic, mate. Look, now we've got no decent striker up front.
We've never had in our history.
I can't remember us having a thinner squad than this, if I'm honest. And we've had some dire squads, by the way.
And the oldest as well. One of the oldest. Oh God! The stream has descended into GSBL.
And you've got Benrahma now playing like left wing back. Can someone just please sort this out? This is what's happened. It's absolutely. I mean, I don't want to dig him out too much because I do think overall we've done all right this season. But we switched off. That's fine. But like the subs are always going to be an issue. They're always a problem.
I feel so bad for Fab there. He just can't do anything about that goal.
He can't, and look, lads, it's disappointing. But like I said, it was a free hit. We all agree. We'll get to the Fulham game where we've got a chance to really kind of impose ourselves. And again, we've like you say, Corey, we've been really good defensively. We've just had one lapse in concentration, really, and that's been it. Look, I think
the penalty shouldn't have been given, really.
No. Listen, I think Creswell's had a really good game. I think Arthur did well for spells as well. I think the midfield had to work really hard against that Liverpool midfield and done well for a long period of time. But again, this is what happens. Like, it's a really hard system to play in for 90 minutes straight. And when you play against teams like Liverpool and City, they will find gaps. And when we played Tottenham, they just sat off us. So we didn't have to worry too much. Do you know what I mean? This is like it's a different ball game.
I'm getting the pizza out, boys. Got to finish it off. What, we got 5 minutes added on?
Yeah.
5 minutes for Benrahma to score 2 goals.
Well, look, technically we're still in it, but we've had barely any possession at this stage, and Benrahma's playing further back than Lanzini, so I don't really know what the... Why is Benrahma playing further back than Lanzini?
I don't even know where he's playing.
He's playing left wing back.
He's playing left wing back. I'm not even joking. He's actually just brought him in as a straight swap for Arthur.
Good old Moisey.
Typical writer's block, innit? Have a question this morning, and all of a sudden it just becomes like.
I was literally just about to bring that up.
No, but the problem is with questions like that is you have to ask them because like they're topical, and then it's so West Ham to go.
Next time we need to just say if Moyes deserves a contract, just say no. All three of them. I'll say no.
No, I won't change my opinion. But the subs, and we did say in fairness to all of us, we said the subs are a massive problem, and they've always been that sticking point. Like,
hey, look, if anything, I've come up with the best solution: just sticking £25,000 in his contract per game that he puts a sub on before 70 minutes.
Come on! Oh.
Oh, Yarmolenko has been proper nutted there, hasn't he, by Phillips?
Oh!
How has Phillips not picked up a fucking yellow card this entire game? That's like the fifth or
he's
sixth
absolutely
time.
just knocked him out.
He must actually have photos of him on his phone, surely.
Come on, West Ham. Come on, West Ham.
It's a weak header by Soucek.
Yeah.
Quite rare you say that.
Who took the free kick?
Lanzini.
Come on, Lanzini. Do it again, fella. Do it again. You got another one in you. Come on, you can do it, fella.
Oh, I tell you what, if we get anything from this game, I'm just gonna lose my head.
Oh, hurry up, Arnold. Oh, look. Now this is a compliment. Milner playing it in our corner, trying to waste time.
Yeah.
That's a compliment. Oh, God.
Creswell just sits him down. Go on, Ben Rama. Just meg the Jota. Oh, okay.
Go on, Benny. Go on, son.
He's our new left wing back saviour.
Come on, Ben
Oh,
Rama.
We've been complaining that we've not spent big money on fullbacks, yet we've signed.
Oh, look at Ben Rama. Go on, son.
Mate, I tell you what, Ben Rama. I mean, we're not gonna absolutely, praise him right now, but he looks tidy, doesn't he? So far with the touches he's had.
Shame he's at left wing back, so he can't actually do it further up the field.
Shame he's our third choice goalkeeper.
Out of the 4 goalies we've got in the squad.
Yeah. Honestly.
Just in front of David Martin.
We're actually just such a mess of a club sometimes.
Oh my God.
I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I would. Please. The strike, I mean, there's going to have to be serious discussions about Sebastian Haller in this system now. There just has to be.
Well,
Right.
hang on, lads.
Well, okay.
1 minute to go. We've got a corner.
Corner.
I say we send Fabianski up.
Get Fab up.
Fabianski's going to get the equaliser, mate. I'm telling
Get
you.
the Polish King up there.
Can you imagine
How Nat Phillips has not been booked is beyond me. Like, he's had a bloody good game, don't get me wrong, but he's also put in about 5 or 6 bad fouls. Come on.
It's so Liverpool, like it's so Sky Sports, isn't it? Give it to Nat Phillips.
Oh, it's
He's had a
fucking
good
shocking.
game.
I'm sorry, Ben Rama just put an absolutely abysmal ball in.
That was Creswell, wasn't it?
It's not even.
Oh, that was bad.
And this isn't even to blame Ben Rama. That was actually shocking.
Right, we've got to sell Ben Rama now, boys.
We've got to sell Ben Rama.
Well, we haven't actually bought him, so I don't know.
Can I just say the fact that Nathan Phillips, a man who shouldn't even be on the pitch, has got player of the match, just sums up this game, doesn't it?
I think he's actually played quite well. From
He has played well. That's the thing, but he should have got like 8 yellow cards.
No, I said it's so Sky Sports to give it to him. Do you know the only thing that matches this type of commentary is when Man United are playing and they bring in Gary.
Oh, that's it. Full time. Ben Rama out.
Ben Rama out. Ale 5-year contract extension.
Right. West Ham have lost 2-1 at Anfield. I think we put a decent performance in defensively, offensively. We offered actually very little down the middle. I actually think we put a lot of decent deliveries into the box. We did create some chances, but that lack of a cutting edge is coming back to bite us, particularly. Brought Yarmolenko on. I thought he made a little bit more of a nuisance of himself, but still, we miss Antonio. We massively miss him, particularly in this side. And I do think if we had him today, we could have caused some real problems. And when you're under the cosh for that long a period with someone like Liverpool, they are going to create chances, and they created the chance down that side of Balbuena, and it's a good finish. I can't really criticise West Ham too much. I just think maybe the late subs and not going for it maybe killed something from the game, but it was kind of inevitable, lads, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just a matter of time before Jota scored, and it was a very well taken goal. I've said my bit on the penalty, so
I've said my bit.
I've had a lot of fun winding up my mates. I've got a Man United fan that is now a Liverpool fan today, apparently, who's been defending Salah about the penalty, but I thought it was soft. But ultimately, dithering Dave has cost us without making the substitutions. If we had made a substitution earlier, if we had brought Ben Rama on in an attacking position, for anyone watching, the Blame Ben Rama hashtag is purely satirical.
Oh my God, you've changed your thing again.
Yeah. You've just seen it, yeah. Ultimately,
nothing gets past you, man.
Ultimately, the substitutions have cost us in that David Moyes has made the wrong subs. Simple as that.
Yeah, I mean,
he didn't do
it's
enough.
a gutting result. Sorry, Corey.
It's all right, man. You go for it.
Gutting result, but also like we said, free hit essentially. A lot of positives to take away from that defensively. We played really well. Arguably, this game should have finished 1-1. That penalty was no way a penalty in my opinion, but
massively suspect.
Liverpool fans will call us salty if we keep on going on about it. So we just we take it on the chin and we move on to Fulham, which is actually non-negotiable that we get 3 points out of that, because Fulham are atrocious. We're in quite decent form. We've got to be going away from there with 3 points without a doubt.
What I would say that's a positive is the level of performance was still at the level that it has been for the past 5 games. It was just the lack of a cutting edge. And I do feel that we just lack options up front. And it's so frustrating to see, because I just think if we'd had... Allaire was basically non-existent. I'm not going to dig him out too much because I just think that's unfair on him. And it was funny how we were putting...
The fault lies with the manager for not setting up a team to your main attacking option. If it was argued that our main attacking option was our wingers, then you'd have him as a deep line forward to supply for our wingers. But ultimately, he's wanted him to play as a target man.
Yeah,
he's not really a target man. He's more of an advanced forward playing with a front three with 2 inside forwards. Bowen is comfortable doing an inside forward or a winger job, but he wants him to do a winger job, and it hasn't worked. Ultimately, it's David Moyes' stubbornness to not relent from his plan A, and we don't have a plan B.
Exactly, completely agree, mate. We really, really need a plan B. This kind of
we need a plan B, and we need a plan C. I mean, if any of you play Football Manager, does your assistant manager not keep screaming at you, "I'm concerned about the fact we only have one tactic that we're familiar with"? Why isn't Alan Irvine telling David Moyes?
I always do a Moyes stand up and him.
But the problem is, mate, is that David Moyes has already ever wanted to play one way with us, and when it works, it's great. It's just that if it doesn't work, he makes substitutions in the 87th minute, and we've lost Charlie. He's that angry.
He was fuming, mate. He didn't like what you were saying at all.
Fuming. He's absolutely fuming. He's gone to get his 9th beer.
Let's not let him back in. Let's leave him there. Let's let him think about what he's done.
I'm gonna go grab my final 2 beers for the postman.
You cheeky gits, honestly. I had to leave.
Mate,
I had to leave. Dennis's take was so bad, I just had to get out of it.
I've got the ump. It's one of them games where I just wish. I think there was like I said, I think there was an opportunity, and the Ben Rama thing, bringing him on at left wing back and bringing him on with 2 minutes to go. Moyes can't avoid that criticism, irrespective of level of performance. He cannot avoid the fact that you bring substitutes on, two substitutes that could change the game in Lanzini and Ben Rama, and bringing them in with 2 minutes. He's done the same to Allaire before, and Dennis has touched on this. To bring Allaire into the system and to not work to his strengths either is also, albeit I do think Allaire could have done a bit more, is also massively remiss. So it just seems like he's a bit one-dimensional, and he couldn't change it enough. And I think Liverpool have been exposed this season, and to not have a kind of attacking outlier with a bit of pacing behind someone like Phillips, we've missed the trick. We have missed the trick. There's no doubt.
without a doubt. I mean, also like, oh god, this bloody internet. Sorry, boys. Hold on, give me a minute. Ooh. You guys aren't listening to me, are you?
Yeah, we are.
No, we don't normally listen to you.
Sorry, I was humming a bit there. I'm trying to sort out my internet.
Benrahma should have been on instead of Yarmolenko. Yeah, just that there were just certain things. There were just certain things that you should have done and tried to switch. And I think you two mentioned it, like even changing the system a bit. Maybe going a 4-3-3 or bringing Fornals in at 10 and Benrahma on the left. Something, but yeah,
it's a free hit. Like we've had a good game today. You know, we made a good game of it. We could have done better, but ultimately, you know, a 2-1 competitive game against Liverpool where we're not going to have a lot of possession. We would have taken that when we saw the score. Charlie, when you saw the fixture list at the beginning of the season, if I told you we'd have had a competitive game away at Liverpool, you probably would have taken that, wouldn't you? Like, I know you can argue small club mentality, but you know we're not delusional. Like Liverpool are a fucking quality team. But what frustrates me is the fact that it's given such a free hit and that whatever you do looks good. Why have we not tried to be ambitious in this game? Why have we not tinkered with a different tactic that we could use against a team that plays similar to Liverpool later on in the year? You know?
Well, this is the thing is that, and this kind of takes us back to the writer's block, and I don't want to go back on what opinions we had. I would have looked like an absolute genius if I came up with the notion that Moyes shouldn't be given a new contract after this game. I know it's not fair at all, but
no, I mean, it's not fair at all.
It begs the question. Is he going to?
Yeah. Sorry, Skip. Right. You had to stay up for that long.
He stayed up till 3:30. Fair play, mate. It was massively disappointing.
As long as you had shrimps on the nighttime barbie, I'm sure it was all right.
Oh my days, man! He's just sitting there going, "How dare you? How dare you?
You bloody pom!"
Oh my god, Dennis!
I'm gonna talk to Chris Hemsworth, mate.
Honestly, Angus, we apologise.
Angus, mate. I do have serious. I seriously do have sympathise, especially for fans that have fucking like. Imagine if we had to do pay-per-view and you lose quite frustratingly as that. Like it was an insane game, but it is gutting. We do sort of take for granted how easily we could watch the games, you know.
Yeah, like, I'm a baseball fan. I've been staying up for the last couple of weeks watching baseball at 1 a.m. That's kickoff, 1 a.m. kickoff. Like, oh my god, it's an absolute justice for Benrahma. Come on, mate, make your mind up. Make your mind up, Dennis. Jeez.
I'm just infuriated with like the lack of options, and I just find this. This is what is so frustrating about this club is things stare you in the face. I've done multiple videos saying, yeah, all right, we've got Benrahma in, but there's no striker. Blah, 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 and I said it every week. And these kind of issues always go under the surface when you're winning. And then you see something like that where you're like, we should do something. We should take the impetus when we've got the chance. And it's like, well, we don't have a striker. How can someone at the club look at that squad and say, okay, right, so you're bringing on Yarmolenko, a winger up front.
I've been saying it. It's like the depth of that. Look, I'm just going to regurgitate stuff that you've already heard, but anyone watching that's watched beforehand, it's like their starting 11 is as good when Antonio's fit is as good as we're going to see probably. But when you get injuries, when you chip away at that side, I mean, imagine if we played today without either Ogbonna or Declan Rice. Imagine if we had Randolph in goal as Fabianski. Randolph is a competent goalkeeper, but he ain't making a couple of saves that Fabianski saves. It's a whole different story. And equally, you've got fans that are not West Ham fans, including the people on my group chats that are like, "Oh, what can you be annoyed about?" Like one of them told me I was deluded for thinking we could win against the champions, and I'm like, "Well, what do you expect? Do you expect us to go along? Oh yeah, we've lost. Yeah, cool. Cheers, mate. You know, like we're going to be annoyed. We're going to be frustrated. It was a late winner in a game that we." You know, if things had gone a bit differently, different subs, a different formation, maybe, who knows? It's all if, buts and maybes. we could quite easily have gotten something out of this game. Liverpool were not all that. Let's be clear here today. Oh, Charles' second pizza has arrived.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it's easy for Liverpool fans to go, oh yeah, well you thought you were going to win. Listen, no one thought we were going to beat Liverpool at Anfield. We just said we could be competitive, we could frustrate them, which we did for a long, long period of time. It was really in West Ham's hands to make the difference when we could. And when Moyes had the opportunity to bring on a Lanzini or a Ben Rama, he didn't. And so it falls on him and his decision making in that sense. And obviously the striker thing comes back to bite us. The discussion going on will be if he continues to play Haller in this system the way he has, there's no point in playing him. And I'm just being honest. You either just don't play him and bring on a Ben Rama or a Bowen in a false nine, or he just doesn't get near the squad, because it's like he didn't affect the game at all. Like at all, nothing. I didn't see one thing from him where I was like, oh, okay, that was okay. Maybe a crossfield pass in the first half. And if Moyes can't continue to play these games, particularly in winnable fixtures where we're playing effectively with 10 men, he just can't. So
he either needs to change the feature or try and mould something. Because the problem is that Bowen can't play on top of his own. Yarmolenko doesn't have the pace to play the Antonio role. If you're frustrated with Haller, you're going to be doubly frustrated with Yarmolenko playing that role as a set number 10, because he is just a solitary unit to pump it into. Short of somehow recalling Xander Silva from his loan, I don't know if that's possible, or trying Ben Rama as a striker, I don't know what we're going to do to replace Haller.
Well, the blueprint for Haller is very straightforward. Is to give him a strike partner and to get inverted wingers around him. That's the thing. It's up to Moyes to make that decision and be brave enough to do it. And I said in the preview, this is okay playing Haller, but work to his strengths, get deliveries in. And we did, in fairness, even though we got deliveries in, we didn't find Haller at all. And it's that kind of, he just doesn't gel with anything that Moyes wants to do, and it's like it's so frustrating to watch.
Yeah, and also I'd say like with I remember just before lockdown when we went 4-4-2 and we had Haller and Antonio up top, like that worked so well. So I mean, that is, you may have potential there for them doing that. Obviously, you get rid of the man back in defence, which is slightly risky. But another thing that I've noticed now in these two games is defensively we're really good up until the opposition start making subs, and usually it's when they bring on another attacker. And Foden last week coming on, he's the one who gets a goal. Hotter coming on, he's the one who gets a goal. So you kind of have to, if you're Moyes, you do have to match those substitutes. You can't just stick with what you've got. You do have to, you might have to think about, dropping Declan Rice, not in centre back, but into like maybe CDM role, so there's extra coverage there. I don't know, but that is something that needs to be worked on, because that's happened 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah, I mean, sorry to take you on a tangent, but I've just realised something, lads. I predicted the game, didn't I?
You actually did. Well done. Very, very well done.
Yeah, I predicted 2-1 earlier. I said, it could be a 3-2 or 3-1, but
we were very close. We were very close with 1-1.
Yeah.
We actually
1-1. I said 2-1 on the show this morning. I said 2-1. Today I sort of elaborated. Said, you never know. I could imagine maybe a 3-1 or a 3-2 as well. But I did say initially 2-1.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Fair enough. You get the points this week, mate.
I get an imaginary trophy.
They were so there for the They were so there for the taking. I'm not even joking. Particularly that second half when they pushed up. They barely played with like a holding midfielder. Hendo was basically in our half. If we just had something, if we made a sub around the 60th minute, we either take Cresswell off, bring on Ben Rama, go 4-5-1, go for it. What did I say at the beginning? We're going to go too defensive and lose 2-1. Let's at least fucking fight for it. I'd rather fight for it and lose 3-1 than go defensive and lose 2-1 like that.
Yeah, completely agree. And bringing Rama on as a left wing back, like I said, you have to, if you're going to make that sub, you're going to have to put Cresswell at left back and revert to 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1 or something. Because at that stage, you're losing. You might as well change the formation, go more attacking, and go for that goal. And put Ben Rama where he's supposed to be, not bleeding left wing back. So yeah, it was a bit of a mess with all those subs. But Like you say, Corey. I mean, defensively, we've done really well. We've just been a bit unlucky in the two goals that we have conceded.
Yeah, listen, let's put it in context. It's Liverpool. It's away from home. I know it doesn't count for much at the moment, but even narrowly losing is not the worst result. I just want to see. I'm just more concerned when we get to the games that we could win, that if we don't take the chances, because we're still creating, if we don't take them and we suddenly get a draw against Fulham, it's going to be really negative to see. It's a concern. It really is. And I think Moyes has to come up with an answer, because what he's got now isn't working offensively at all.
Yeah, well, we just have to wait until next week on the Watchalong, 8 o'clock Watchalong, late night, get the bevs out.
I mean, the problem is we're all going to have to find, unless we pay for Sky pay-per-view on our laptops or something.
No.
I tell you what we do. We put it on the radio and we just imagine what's going on.
Oh,
No,
I can't. You'll be too much, Dennis, in the commentary. It'll be too much, mate.
Mate, it was like having you there anyway, so we could just have you on.
We were literally.
Well, to be fair, it was like that last week for you when it was like you were like, Rice, great Rice, and I'm sat there like.
One day.
To be fair to Corey and I, though, you were like 2 minutes behind us. You were literally like 2 whole minutes behind us last week. So
one day we'll get it synced. Like one day we'll have it right.
And to be fair, what was weird is, whoa, why, Charlie? Why are you getting rid of me?
I didn't know you. I thought you noticed that.
I don't know if you guys have noticed what my one is. I'm going back. I'm going retro. I'm preparing for the lockdown and the retro, the retrospective writers' block.
That'll be quality. I'm looking forward to that.
Mate, justice for Avram Grant is all I'm saying.
Justice for Avram Grant. Yes.
Look how tasty the thumbnail is. It's
rewind.
Do you know what I'm laughing at? I did all the goal celebration graphics. Look at this. I mean, can you imagine his expected goals today would have been like 0.03? I just, oh my god, poor guy. He must think, what am I doing here?
I mean, that's the thing. You do kind of feel sorry for him because the system just doesn't set up for him. But that's part of the ownership. Not getting him anything else to work with. There you go.
Well, at least we had a nice time, lads.
We did.
Nice
it was
little
good
moan. Couple of beers.
Yeah, I mean,
the usual.
It took me back to the moaning days.
When we start losing, the moaning days will eventually resurface, and everyone will be writer's block will become the new moaning. We'll just be sitting there going, "This is rubbish. We should have signed this player." But at the end of the day, it's obvious, isn't it?
I'm keep telling you, Ben Rama is not a left wing back.
He doesn't have the work rate. He doesn't have the work rate. You can't hack it.
He doesn't have the work rate, and he's not a defender.
I love how West Ham it is. I love how West Ham
is only 24.
I love how West Ham it is that we think Ben Rama could actually be our new left wing back. That is just like peak West Ham, isn't it?
No, it's Pete Moyes, mate. It's Pete Moyes. That is David Moyes. Listen, lad, I know you've played left wing. How much scouting does it show that he's done on him? Because he's gone left wing back, mate. And he's like, I don't play there. I play a 10 or a left wing. No, mate, you play left wing back for West Ham. That's where you're at. Right.
Absolute shit house is what it is.
He did unbelievable though for the 2 minutes, particularly with the passing with Lanzini in our own half.
And speaking about shithouse, Phillips is on TV getting some form of interview. How that fucker did not get a booking at the very least in that game, I don't know.
He literally impelled his goal into freaking Yarmolenko's head.
I know. That on itself is a yellow at best, and he had a good game other than that. Don't get me wrong, but.
The thing is with when I look at Phillips, right, he was good in the air, he was aggressive and all these things, but if Antonio was playing, mate, he could have got him behind him so easily. He just could have done. And it's it'd always be one of them things you look at and go, could we not have done more? Do you know what I mean? It's annoying, man. It's just we're going to have this conversation loads of times this season. Why didn't we do this?
Honestly. But,
quick thoughts about the lockdown, lads. Now it's been announced. They're making out like it's a new summer signing on Sky Sports News. Lockdown not announced. I'm like, yeah, great, mate.
Well,
can't wait.
We don't know if football's going to be affected, but
it's not apparently.
Well, it is. You know where to come. We're gonna have a lot of content for you, talking about Dean Ashton's boot size and what if we didn't sell Alessandro Diamante
and of course the Watchalong next Saturday. Absolutely, back at it again.
Back at it again. I mean. Well, we got lots of quotes from the day, including my impressions of David Sullivan in the morning.
Oh yeah, he didn't do that.
Corey sent me a nice little soundbite earlier that you might like to hear, Dennis.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. I saw it. Put it on. I think the world needs to see it.
I don't know if I can. Because it's on my phone. I can't get it over. I'll do it next week.
Yeah, do it. Get it.
You know what we need? We need like an intro to the show of all of our famous bits. We have like fucking Charlie screaming up and down. We got Charlie going, "Oh, what a goal, lads!" And then it's me just going, "We're fucked."
Like some sort of Friends intro. Like that's what it is, like a bit of a Friends. Like with all of us going. all of that. So no one told you supporting West Ham would be like this. No, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna look back early. I'm gonna put together a little sort of reactions to the game because the VAR one was like beautiful. Like we was all just going like,
we all just celebrating.
Oh, honestly, that's worthy. That's worthy of a highlight in itself.
No, and also you know what you need. You need my
the only
ranting
highlight.
about. You need my ranting about the penalty. And then it just says VAR decision penalty, and me just going, yeah.
Too
many Steinhausers, mate.
I'm getting myself some Aldi beers next week. That is for sure. That sounds like
some Steinhausers. They're £4 from Aldi.
Please sponsor us, Aldi.
Please.
The West Ham Way Watchalong.
West Ham Way, sponsored by Aldi. Although if my hair, that's it. Or we could get it. You could get Movember, Power Gen. Like
sponsored by Steinhauser. Oh, like an American advert.
See, that's good as well. You can do like little graphic for it as well with your new microphone. That sounded good when you did it on the microphone.
If you ever watch the UFC where they do their like little American thing where it's like sponsored by Steinhauser, just have like Dennis with like a little bottle like.
Were you just going, "Oh, Steinhauser, yeah"?
No, you're just like, it's only £4.
Six for £4, yeah.
You're just
if you ask me if I believe your prices, I would say 9.
No, you're just like, come and join us moan about West Ham for 90 minutes.
Then you've guaranteed all German internationals will now not join us in the future.
No, I'm going to ask Corey to cut that moment down. I'm going to send to my German mates and be like, "This is how Dennis thinks you talk." Yeah, I would not believe your pricing. Yeah, yeah. Thomas Hitzelsberger, he had a good shot on him. Yeah.
Oh God.
All 7 people watching this are thinking like, I thought this was supposed to be like analytical and like it's breaking down the game.
And it's just we've got a semi-drunk Dennis and a drunk Charlie. Who's asking for Corey to give him a wave? I mean, Charlie, how many have you had?
I had 7, but I'm not too bad.
7? I had 2.
Yeah, to be fair, I had 6 before though, so
I'm on 4.
I might have to get
4, but they're only little bottles. Like,
I'm gonna have to get a 6-pack in because honestly, supporting West Ham is so stressful.
Oh my God, we needed a 6-pack.
I tried to keep it like quite minimal because I was like, I've got to concentrate. Listen, I'm sorry, but Moyes set up well in game. He's clueless, and that's the fact, man. That is his drawback.
I think Daniel James's next comment below that, Corey, is better about he doesn't actually know how to change a game. It's true, he doesn't. I've been warned by Everton fans. He would get Yakubu, who's a target man, and have him run into channels. He only knows how to play one way, and he struck gold with Arnautovic and again with Antonio, but Antonio's out for 4 weeks, so he's got to change it. He has to change it.
I support Liverpool. Why am I? I don't know, mate. Enjoy the win.
Enjoy driving 3 men under 30 to drink. That's why you're here.
No, I'll tell you.
Liverpool.
I can't remember what I was going to say now. I keep thinking of Steinhauses all the time.
It was about Everton. It was about Everton and Moyes.
Oh yeah,
Well, I
yeah,
tell you
no.
what-
So,
Oh yeah. Well,
I got this geezer on from that wasn't a pen, didn't get touched.
Oh, Liverpool fans saying it. Please get that up. Thank you. Thank you.
It was a soft.
That's a Liverpool
Really,
fan, well.
really soft. But anyway,
Thank you.
I spoke to when I did the Everton preview. I spoke to a guy from one of their podcasts, and he said, "Listen, he's differing Dave. Like he'll just make the most random substitutes, or not make the substitute at all, and you'll be sitting there pulling your hair out." And like, I don't understand what he's
No, I've
doing
just
when
seen
he's
his
in...
last comment.
Oh, that's right. No, but that's what I don't understand. You get to that level, and surely Moyes must go, I've got to be a bit more proactive here. Like Nolan must be going, come on, mate. Like, do you know what I mean?
No. What Moyes goes, he goes, I've got to be more proactive, or do I? Do I need to be more proactive? Or do I?
Listen,
I'm not
we
sure.
played-
I'm not
by the
sure.
way-
Do I? Don't I? Oh, it's the 80th minute. Okay, warm up, lads.
We played a Liverpool team without Virgil van Dijk, without Thiago, without some of their key players defensively and in that kind of pivot role, and we didn't do anything. And that's a great chance. When we play them again at the London Stadium, we ain't going to have that same luxury. You can guarantee Thiago's playing or someone like that.
I mean, the thing is that also it seems like hello. Yeah, no, I agree. I think Ben Rama should have come on before Yarmo.
Yeah, Ben Rama should have come on in place of Yarmo, and just see what he does. I mean, he did one thing in the game, and it wasn't good, but you know, he got fucking played at left wing back for no reason whatsoever.
I'm sorry, Dennis. I'm not listening to a Ben Rama critic, mate. Sorry, too much bias there. Too much bias.
He does have
Okay,
work
all
rate.
right.
He shrugs off players for fun.
I mean, you're so anti-Moyes. You're blinded by your anti-Moyesness.
Listen, if anyone's saying, because apparently people are saying Moyes out, do me a favour. Listen, it's Anfield away at Liverpool, one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah. It's probably people just taking the piss. I mean,
that definitely is.
I mean, the thing is, this is what I call Moyes. I call him an accidental genius. Everything he does well, he sort of does it, but if accidentally.
Sorry, mate. Listen to this. Oliver